And
nothing yet.
That's because there's a delay on your phone. Stop looking at your phone.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, everybody put your phones down. I'm not talking to the players. I'm talking to people out there. Put your phone down because it's time for Chronicles of the Coast, the Rosethorn chapter, our weekly game, and welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome. Hopefully people liked the new setup that we have for our introduction. That should be scrolling what has been going on, kind of a player's perspective of last week's game. This way, there is no reason for me to go into an elaborate recap. Also, it's very convenient for me because the players put down the notes of what they remember, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm just going to exploit this thing that they forgot. Let's go ahead and jump right in. So, what do you guys want to do?
We were walking away.
We just killed those Minotaur, right? I pull out my my wood saw from my carpenter's toolkit.
We don't need any more hooves, man. What are you doing?
I'm gonna clean that saw.
Oh God, he hasn't cleaned it yet, has he? That thing looks awful. Finn. Are you okay?
Are they even paying us by the hoof?
Look.
That's not even a hoof. Look, that's a hand.
Yeah.
I already cut off these other 50.
You can stop now.
What's another
And I
four more?
I walk over and grab your hand. It's like you could stop now.
There's a lot of blood on that hand.
Yeah.
Slip.
Does the blood turn gray as it touches me?
Ooh.
Overtime.
Over time.
Sunday's just standing almost over the top of Finn the whole time. Not saying anything, just watching.
See, Sunday gets it.
She's not saying anything. They're complaining. She just little look every once in a while. Like, what is wrong with this man?
You can relax, buddy.
Alright. I'll leave him.
Just standing there.
God, I can't believe they caught up to me so fast.
Yeah,
You gonna eat that?
No, go ahead.
it looks like you went through hell back there. Something seems different about you.
I noticed that.
Almost as if you're stronger somehow.
Yeah, like my charisma got a little bit better. You see, one of those minotaurs, they scratched me, and now I got like this sexy scar on the side of my cheek. I think it makes me look tougher.
It makes you look scarred.
Yeah. Like I got a scarred past or something like that, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Bad boy.
Relax.
Alright, so we were walking to the head priestess, right?
Yeah.
Check this one.
Okay, let's go see what she has to say about your 50 hooves.
Yeah.
49.
Oh.
You kicked that one.
You already had 50, I think. I think.
Who's counting?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Let's go.
Look.
We make our way down the rest of this hallway, I'm guessing. Path.
As far as well let us, I guess.
God, I thought we already walked past the drow,
We
right?
passed the grumpy guards back there.
The jerky guards.
Some guards they are to let 4 minotaurs get past them. Where did they even come from anyways? I don't know where they came from.
They probably ducked.
It's just ducked what? Ducked the guards? Yeah.
It doesn't really matter where they came from.
Alright, we'll
Let's go get our rewards and move on.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna keep an eye out for more minotaurs as we're walking to go get our rewards.
Alright. You progress through the rest of these twisted chambers and tunnels, past coiled rope of iron stretched taut from one stony wall to the next. As you move through, your feet swirling into the low clinging fog of the atmosphere. And you approach once again the bastion of the drow of House Freth. One of the guards upon the parapet sees you down there moving through. Describe what this looks like. You and your hooves.
It's like a demented Santa Claus at this point.
Over the back.
I got it over my back. It's like the hooves are all sticking out, you know? But like the back of the bag is all bloody.
Dripping.
Yeah.
It's like so filled that it's obviously hooves. Like
Yeah,
they're
like-
like impressing in the bag and everything.
Overstuffed.
We walk in with this comically big size bag of hoops.
Graham's just like, yeah. Walking next to Finn.
Cole, you're doing it, right?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure you're carrying.
With Finn in this comically large bag of hooves and dripping gore in some sort of horrible, disgusting visage, somewhat reminiscent of the Krampus that you fought only months ago.
Oh, yeah.
Seems like forever ago.
You almost put me in that damn bag.
Feels like so long ago. But you approach, and the guard sees you. He looks down. You can see his red eyes upon the parapets of House Freth's bastion here. Observe, monitor, kind of calculate, and make a decision. You see that he turns away from the parapets, does a gesture, shouts in Elven, and the gate before you begins to open up. Out, the doors swing, and the passage through, past the walls, opens itself and reveals the path you take. Initiative, tread across the stone, and enter into the inner sanctum courtyard of House Freth's citadel.
Man, this place is just as frightening as worrisome as it was the last time we were here.
Yeah, let's just do our job, get in, get out.
Let's do what we gotta do and leave.
Stepping in and crossing across the inner courtyard, the sandy stone, you approach once again the large dwelling. The front door is carved to resemble the opened maw and raised mandibles of a spider, but the building itself domed with spires reaching up nearly the 100 feet of this cavern, practically scraping against the ceiling. You approach the front doors. A few drow along the way you pass, standing guard and at attention. They kind of acknowledge you. They look. A few just maintain their guard and are on edge, it would seem. Unsure of what to make of the fact that 4 of you have just been given free rein to come and go as you please. Yet here you are, and you approach, open the front doors, and into the citadel proper. The long hallway you remember from your first arrival. To the back of the chamber, you hear the haunting, eerie music of stringed instruments and low, ominous flutes playing in the distance. You can see that the door to the Sanctum of Lolth in the back is slightly open with a sort of sickening lime green light kind of spilling out into the hall. With your gore-stricken bag, you approach the chamber and open it, and you see that the High Priestess herself is here. She is in the chamber once again. A handmaiden holds her daughter, and you can see that there is a sacrificial altar that is currently being cleaned up from something recent, having been let open.
A recent ritual.
As you approach, one of the guards speaks with some authority, again in Elven. Tuene zaflemene motradine som ondane.
I'll just start nodding my head and smiling, and I look over at him like, hey, what's he saying?
Essentially, he announced your arrival.
You just announced us.
I don't know that I need to like say or do anything, but at this moment I use my third eye ability and I choose the greater comprehension ability of the 3. I can understand all written languages for sure, and I think I can understand what he's saying now too. I'll double check, but
A bit of aboleth mucus seems to awaken in your mind. opening the ethereal third eye of the aboleth upon your brow, and you suddenly tap into languages all around you. I don't know if you can...
It's just read.
It's read?
Yeah.
So, you start looking for, like, subtitles. Unfortunately, there are none in the area.
I'll pull out my notebook and try to write down as much as I can comprehend.
While you're walking.
I thought we were in a room now. I didn't realize we were...
You're walking into this room,
Okay,
but
all right.
yeah.
Well, when the time comes for me to no longer be walking.
I'm just thinking of, like,
Yeah.
this really unusual approach.
It's
got a
a gray
book.
colored gnome just scribbling.
Yeah. So, the priestess, she doesn't change her habits at all. You can see that she is still fiddling with some things by the altar. A little bit of cleaning, a little bit of re-anointing sacrificial tools, and doesn't say a word.
This is the same priestess we're supposed to come meet, right?
This looks like the same priestess, right?
It is the same priestess.
Sweet. All right. I know you're busy doing your priestly stuff, but we're here to drop off the hoofs as proof of us taking care of the Minotaur.
She continues what she's doing without saying a word.
We had an agreement, but I'm not too eager, really, to cash it in right now. Maybe a favor later on.
What was it that I said was part of the agreement?
You said you'd give us 2 things that would be helpful.
Very well. You may stay for the night. You will be my guests here of House Freth. As soon as I am done here, and she stands up to her full height and kind of turns around and you see just gore streaking across her priestess gown. Her hands completely stained, almost to the point of oily black from the blood of whatever was upon this altar before. And then she gestures back for the infant, takes her daughter and begins to like kind of letting the child suckle at the bloody fingertip.
Yeah. I can't wait. Thank you. This is a great honor.
So polite. I had heard the rumors, words spoken, that your surface dwellers were so unrefined and uncouth. I look forward to tonight's engagement. After you have washed up and rested, we shall see what it is that can be done for you. And she says, Rien, un satreme os ofetene un dine ungatsi. And essentially translated, she says to you, or to Riona, that you are to be given special quarters and your needs within reason tended to.
Alright.
Riona, a younger looking drow, but still very important, wearing very ornamented armor and bearing a slight resemblance to Erlal, the high priestess, says, Come with me. We will see about getting you what it is that is you need.
Well, boys, we got the VIP
I like it.
tonight.
And for you, because you are clearly the superior, a room above your underlings.
No, these are my friends.
No, and I trust you speak for them as well, as no female of any species would ever find themselves listening to the words of a male. Take your rightful place. Come.
Sure.
You shall get this special suite, reserved for traveling dignitary.
Sounds good. I'll See you later, boys.
Have fun.
Right.
I run up to Sunday real quick, and I say to her,
I'm gonna hide in my cloak.
"Hey, be careful.
Oh yeah.
Don't piss them off."
You're all given adequate logic. It appears to be what a good amount of coin would probably fetch you at an inn in a large city. Definitely not lavish by any standards, but comfortable. As for Sunday, you are giving very lavishly nice looking quarters, separate to yourself, but sort of up, down along the hall through a larger set of doors from all of them. Okay. And as you approach, you see that the inside are very beautifully embroidered spider silken drapes and curtains, a bed made out of the softest silks, stuffed with furs and down of certain subterranean birds, large bipedal ones, normally like a predatory bird. I can't remember what they're called. No, it's not an axebeak. Anyways.
An axebeak?
Yeah, the big ones.
Isn't it an axebeak? Okay, so...
Diatrima.
Yeah, that one.
Oh.
As well as it has a suitable sized fireplace burning some sort of unusual subterranean fungal wood, giving off a bluish green flame, and wines, foods, platters of trays, fresh clean garments. There is a magically enchanted sauna type of sitting area behind glass.
Oh, cool.
You're able to open up the door. When you press it, you see on the front side in an elven word, and as you read it out loud, the actual glass itself kind of like parts itself and enters up, and you can go into a heated waiting pool. Yeah.
What's the elven word?
Speak friend.
Right.
No, these are dragons.
No, it's not friend.
Sunday's admiring all the lavishness of this room, and she's like, "It's about time."
You get in there, you see that there are certain candied scorpions and everything.
Okay, I'll be trying some of those. After about 2 hours, though, I'm going to summon for Cole.
After about 2 hours, you're summoned.
Okay.
As you all rest, you're able to find appropriate elven clothing. Actually, has been laid out to you. Servants come in and attend to you and ask you.
Just take your measurements.
Lords. God.
In common.
How might I serve you?
Cole, you
What are you looking at me for? I don't need anything.
still got some mystery meat, minotaur meat on your ear. Brutal.
Right.
I just need to sleep. I'm still tired from whatever
Okay. What were we summoned for?
thing you did to bring me
It's
back.
dinner, guys. Remember, we're going to dinner first, then we can
Yeah,
sleep.
Damn it.
Hey, no
my
weapons.
lady.
Leave him here.
My friend. What?
Put him in the bag.
We are friends, right?
You want me to put that
No.
kind of bag?
No, the weapons.
Well, maybe you can tell me something. One thing about yourself. What's your favorite kind of spider?
Good question, Grim.
All of our Dark Lady's creations are equal in her eyes.
You don't have a favorite?
The Dark Lady.
We won't tell.
The Dark Lady?
Yes.
Okay.
We're going to dinner, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm assuming they want me to wear a shirt.
Indeed,
I might need a shirt.
I have been instructed to provide all of you with suitable garments to dine with Her Grace.
Alright.
Okay. What do you got for me?
He pulls out. I was like half tempted to say it's a little sailor suit.
Oh my god, yes!
This is Drow Eye for the adventuring guys.
Yeah.
It's
We'll go twinsies!
Come play with us, Drow Mystery.
Oh god.
He presents to all of you what looks like a sort of special robe It's a long garment. For the gnome and the halfling, he says that they have been enchanted to shrink down to fit to your size. He throws the robes to you and the undergarments and sort of, I forget what they're called. And it's an undershirt that kind of has ruffles up at the top, and your robes come around it with a cinch and everything. And as you hold it up in your hand and you're looking at it, it kind of does shrink down to fit to your size a little bit. They're fancy clothes by drow culture.
See, like the big, like, plume.
Lots of spiders on it.
Yeah, spider web motif designs. Occasional spots here. You see that along the collar on Grimm's there are several what look like rubies, but on the inside you see that there are actual spiders crawling around on the inside of the gem.
What?
It's just
Yeah.
bedazzled.
As for Finn, yours has like a larger shoulder mantle that kind of sticks out comically, but it's all embroidered in very fine elven chain that hangs down in spider link webbing.
That's cool.
Cole, you are given what looks like a long, very black, midnight black silken shirt with sleeves that come down, and you can see that
Never taking
the
it off.
Sexy.
the cuffs of the shirt itself link together in in a sort of chain and gem, but the chain and gem that decorate in places themselves have an ethereal look to them. And as you go to like play with it, you see that they're enchanted to be like illusions that you can tell it's an illusion, but at the same time, it gives it a weird ghostly look.
Cool. That's cool.
Why don't we have clothes like this where we come from?
Sunday, you were given very stereotypical sort of drow priestess garments, which are
More t-shirt?
drow dress very revealing.
I was gonna say.
Big V's.
Yeah,
Yeah, they do.
complete with
Very revealing.
with a very tight black underoth leather corset, as well as
Nice.
Okay.
very loose hemmed and revealing open skin with a side slit on the dress of the garment down
Okay.
to your feet.
Sounds good.
You're all given fancy shoes, similar garments, dressed nice.
You look like a
No
spy.
heels, just boots.
My lady, you're gonna have to leave the boots.
Mm. I just won't wear any shoes then.
Very well. Fair enough. And so you're all taken to this large feasting hall. You see that there are many drow here. As you are coming into the area, you actually kind of stop as you nearly burst face first into drow coming from another room that you hadn't peered into before. And in this room, you see that these drow who come out are dressed very similar and very fancy. You see that they have a very exotic and wealthy aristocratic garb on. But the thing that catches your attention, Grim, as you look, you notice that, actually, no, it's Finn. You have the much higher passive perception. Finn, as you look, you notice that their garments are not embroidered with the symbol of House Freth. But this appears to be a different drow house.
I don't speak drow, so I wouldn't know the difference, right?
Well, you recognize what the House Freth
The
insignia
imagery.
looks like.
Yeah.
I know.
And this one is not Freth. And it's not Ovrendir.
Yeah. Okay. So this is like,
Their house.
hey, listen, there's a lot of diplomats here apparently from other houses. Be careful. Don't watch
as
what
if-
you say.
As if on command, another door opens up and you see that two more female drow step out. They themselves wearing insignias to two other houses.
Good thing I have my axe on my back. Just kidding. I can't bring my axe.
Just gonna let you.
Are they all armed? I mean, this is drow society, right?
Actually, that's a good point. Was it
Is that like
appropriate
a
for us to be armed?
thing? Yeah, like we asked Higginsworth. Higginsworth the drow to explain to us.
It's like, can I bring my instrument? You know, no
In case
reason.
I want to jam.
yeah, and this like bag. And
To
this
Sunday,
other
it's
bag,
natural
and
to
then this
have a
other
weapon because
bag.
nobles are allowed to carry them.
I
Right.
literally got like 2 bags and 2 bands.
You know.
Well, unless someone takes it from me, I'm definitely keeping my wand.
Regal can
As
come
you-
too, right?
Like what?
You guys are talking about shit and nothing's happening.
All right, Regal, you're gonna have to stay here.
As you try to leave, those of you who have your weapons, they see the rapier and they're like, Madame. Unless you have your war wand, like, out in the open at your side.
It's in my inside of my jacket.
In your what?
My belly
I keep it.
I keep my
I keep
war
it
wand. I got a war wand
Yeah.
sequestered away.
It should be like the when those guys have like
Go to
guns.
war.
And
I
those guys-
lean in and I'm like, she
Yes.
will get very upset if she leaves my side.
Damn girl, you're gonna have to probably cut this drow a new smile.
See?
You know what? Girl, you're gonna need to turn him into a walking pest dispenser. I don't like the look on his face.
You need to behave yourself right now.
No. No, girl. No.
Can you hear this?
No, you gotta deal with this.
Gotta-
No, look, you listen here, honey. You listen up. No, don't you shoot me. You shut.
Scoot it back so it's behind me.
No, you. I've had quite enough of this.
Should have never started the conversation.
Girl, no, you do not go to a party without me.
See what I mean? It's very upset right now.
He doesn't hear any of this, right?
No.
No, that's the part of psychosis that's fun. No one else hears it.
Sunday.
Just Sunday and your sword.
Sunday, just leave it here, man. It'll be okay.
We're in a different
It's not
room.
me. It's
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
oh yeah, you guys are somewhere else, right?
You're all in the hallway.
Okay.
I just like raise my hands and let him take it off because
Oh my god.
You put your hands off me, girl. You cut him. You cut him now.
hey,
He takes the
yourself.
rapier and like slides it into a sheath behind him, and
you be very careful with that.
of course, madame. Don't you, of course, her.
Well, she's kind of like tense. Little steps away.
Sunday after this, you and I, girl, we're gonna have words. And you proceed. A few more elven.
I look around. Cole's like looking at me like I'm all crazy.
I don't say anything. Nah, I'm good.
It's cool.
Sunday's really attached to that sword, Grib.
Huh? What? I really like these robes. I've never felt so official. So
You do look nice.
so
You look
wanted.
very,
Hey.
very.
Two of the gems have gone gray.
Can you change the sash?
Oh no!
Slowly starting to
Oh. Oh, he's like reverse Pleasantville.
It all goes gray eventually.
You look
Right?
You look weird in colors, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. Colors
I
don't
get
suit
gray.
you, Grim.
All magic has a price.
Yeah.
It's the price I pay for having a wand of the War Mage.
Oh, you have that on you right now?
Maybe.
You're all kind of ushered in with the rest of the dignitaries, but these other drow are all kind of like spitting hateful, sneering glances at you, and every time you
Oh
try to
my
make
God.
eye contact, it's very.
Well, we got diplomatic immunity, right?
And so you're all ushered into a feast hall. There is a banquet hall here, and you
Nice.
see that in this large area, if none of you know what a roth is, there is a form of the animal known as an underroth, which essentially they look like a combination between an oxen and a very large bull, massive horns, hunched, big, burly, meaty animals. There is a roth, an underroth, and it is on the table, and you can see that its legs and torso and body are all shackled down to this massive stone table. It is very much alive and appears to be in good health. Aside from the roth, as if almost like you would see a large roast pig on a platter of vegetables, there are all sorts of different things on the table just scattered around it. Various forms of blue breads, different vegetables and salads, medleys of other things. You can see that there are what look like a small spit, a skewer that have several types of insectoids kind of skewered through it. They are still crawling, but unable to move as they are impaled. And aside from them, they're all arranged around in a pattern with some sort of dipping sauces and various other things. At the head of the table, staring down the Roth, waiting for all of you, are several of the handmaidens to the high priestess, but she is very much absent. And her chair is pulled out and open. Dignitaries continue to move in and sit. You see that your servant guides you to certain places.
Okay.
Some assigned seating, and you all sit collectively with one another to the side of this Roth, but very close to the front of the table near the High Priestess.
Guys, we get to sit next to the Roth.
Looking around the room, after Finn pointed out to me that there are many diplomats here, how many different house crests do I notice here?
There are 8 different house crests.
Okay.
Hey, you can read it now, right?
Yeah. Oh, I can read anything. What do you got for me?
What's that one say? The
Which one? The
one with the red eyes.
one right there with the red eyes?
The one
and
that
half
keeps
his
like
head shaved?
sneering every time I look at her.
Oh.
Is anybody
Oh, that's a
drinking?
her? How do you keep
Anything
telling?
like that?
I can't tell.
Or is everybody just waiting?
People are kind of coming in. They're taking to their seats. You see that there are a few other servants here, but they're smaller goblinoids who are the servants. These goblins are walking around. They have a very blank kind of stare about them as you move off. They're sort of autonomous and don't seem to be moving a whole lot, but they have a platter, and on it are various chalices of...
Oh, it's having a food?
Yeah. various
Taking off the platter.
chalices and very fine crystalline elven glass flumes of sparkling beverages. You see that some of these drow, they take it
I'll take
and
one.
yeah, from time to time you see that they kind of like joke and prod and jest as they, like, one of them stops and says in elven, look at the goblin servants, and it's so funny. She enchants them, you see, so that they don't react to anything other than their commanded word. And he withdraws from seemingly out of nowhere, right out of his hand, just a dagger, a very fine spindle dagger. And he takes it, and he, to the goblin, just slashes slowly across the goblin's face, opening up a line of crimson that begins to bleed down the goblin's face, damaging and blinding one eye. But the goblin doesn't flinch or move.
Wow.
Does he see me?
That's hardcore.
As he's there, he's... So, as you can see,
I get behind somebody and I cast Healing Word.
the lesser beasts are just, they're put to use, and it's good when everything knows its place.
So I walk up to my
I don't have
chair,
any respect for that dude.
and
Just because he's showing off.
is it gnome size or is it like
No,
drow size?
it's drow sized. Fortunately for you, drow are on the shorter side of elven races, standing on average about 5 feet.
Okay, I hop up there, and I think I'm gonna stand since even though it is pretty short compared to most chairs, I don't think it's short
A
enough.
drow woman nearby says, "Un thread menar sonne på, och sen hänsynet här och din sinne."
Yeah, he needs a booster seat.
I hand her my quill and my pad. I'm like,
"Un sabit city, pate." And the drow, the little clique of drow there, continue to laugh and jest at one another. You overhear exactly that. They ask if you wanted a booster seat.
what are they saying, Sunday?
I told you, do you want a booster seat? That's what they said.
That's what they said?
Yeah.
Tell them yes.
I'm saying Elvin, yes. He wants a booster seat.
As well as they also
also
jested
heard-
that it looks like the little child wants to draw a picture.
Kinda, sorta.
Are they gonna get me
Just
one?
encourage it.
Finally, the door opens up.
Bring 2 booster chairs, one for Finn.
Do you even see me anymore?
See the forehead.
I snuck off.
Oh shit.
Have you now?
Yes.
The High Priestess makes her entrance. The door opens. They swing wide. The priestess steps in along with a retinue of 6 elite guards. Everyone stops what they're doing. They stand kind of at attention. Many of the drow give a salute and a bow in respect. And she goes and takes her seat. And when she is seated, the other drow continue to take their seats.
Okay. Alrighty.
Catching the queue, I come back to the group and start sitting down with them.
Finn sits down. The rest of the eyes of the drow can kind of rest on you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I stood up when she walked in. I'm sitting,
Yeah.
I'm sitting now.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
we did the same thing.
And you sit down.
Sunday knows what the formal procedures are for being raised that way. Etiquette.
Ultramene from Osafate Unsam Intumber Ungrade Sigai Elefona. A translator, actually, a drow translator, comes up and starts beginning to translate into common. Her Lady and Grace would like to thank traveling dignitaries as well as knight-errant champions of House Freth for joining in this celebratory meal, marking and celebrating the birth of our great divine lady's favor. Loth has gifted her blessing upon House Freth. This meal is for friends of House Freth. Long may they reign.
Long may they reign.
Long may they reign.
And with that, you begin to see that the drow, they collectively gather up their eating instruments, and you see that a few of them kind of selectively pick a couple of hors d'oeuvres from around the Roth. But with that, underneath one of the napkins is a large, sinister-looking knife, and they begin to poke into the beast and begin cutting live swaths of flesh off of it. The animal begins screaming out in pain, making a loud ruckus and a scene that is hard to take your eyes away from, as bleeding bits of meat are pulled directly off of the creature and readily consumed. A few of the drow kind of turn their eyes in question towards you.
Is there like a line, like a buffet line?
No, it's everybody's sitting around it. The beast fills up the entire table.
Oh, am I close enough to grab some?
Everybody is.
Dude, I love some. Cool, we'll eat until there's no more food left.
Yeah, Grim actually hustles right up with Cole. He's familiar with this. This is a meal that he used to eat back on Vinland. There's Roth on Vinland.
Sunday sticking
yeah.
the bug kebabs.
Yes. We always eat it alive, though.
BB never made the broth, the hot broth, and you dip the raw Roth into it. That's how my.
Are you talking about a French roe dip here?
That's how my mama Agnes used to make it.
French Rhodesian roe.
Just like that. That's one recipe you don't know, huh?
Try this millipede.
It's good. Try it this way. Oh, and I like hand him a bowl of the broth and the meat.
I just drink the broth.
Quite a few drow faces kind of turn in a sneer and look away from you, and a little bit of absolute absurdity that you're even allowed to sit here, and much less closer to the high priestess than they.
Hey, earlier, when we said long may they reign, right? Did any of them seem like they were, like, not okay with them reigning? Like, maybe...
Inside check?
Maybe some, like...
Room-wide inside check?
No, I will definitely allow
Maybe,
you to make a insight check in retrospect.
Yeah.
Certainly.
That's a 12 plus...
A lot.
Shh, quiet, buddy.
Quiet.
Plus 11, so that's 23.
That's a lot. Cole's got his head on a swivel, even though he's got his face in a bowl of food.
I got nothing to do with it. Inside check.
No, I'm just saying.
There
Just
are
imagine Finn like looking around and Cole's like,
there is
Sorry.
a
I'm
pair
still
of drow,
drained from this spell.
two female drow,
Yeah.
yes, that are further along and at the end of the table, the furthest away from the high priestess. They have been giving you sneering looks all night long. Both of them with hair that, elven standards, you can tell that these are much older drow, as their hair has gone from the sort of silvery white of youth to a much more ghostly wisp white. It looks thinner and much whiter without any kind of silver pigment to it at all. They keep it...
Okay.
They keep it sort of simple, and you see that of all of the drow here, they are definitely dressed a little bit less so. In fact, even your clothing seems to outshine theirs. And they don't look thrilled, but here they are.
Okay.
So this is kind of like bottom fish.
Sort of.
All right. I don't let on that I don't think that they like me because they're such a lower class than all the rest of these drow. I dig in next to Cole. I kind of wait for him to pull pieces off, And I'll take them off from this plate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the reach.
Yeah. Plus, I don't know, kind of like stabbing into a creature that's alive.
Well, I'm not doing the cutting.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, I thought someone was doing was butchering. Oh, then absolutely.
Cut
If you
your
want
own
me to, I
piece.
got survival skill. I know how to butcher animals.
Yeah, I mean,
You gotta cut your
cut
own
me
piece.
off some maybe tenderloin kind of part.
Okay, I'm trying with
Cut
that.
him off some of that cheek, Cole. That's the tender spot.
Oh God!
A male drow who is like
Screaming.
In fact, if they want me to, I'll just take over butchering for everybody.
a male drow who is kind of moving around and has resupplying the goblins and giving them orders, leans in a little close to you and says in a broken common, Tonga, superbe.
Tongue? Yeah. Oh, sure. And the animal's alive, right?
Yeah.
I reach and grab his tongue.
The animal thrashing and trying to bite away is going to try to bite your tongue.
That's fine.
Cut its throat, Cole.
You're going to need to make a pretty impressive grapple check on this one.
Do I need to rage to grab his tongue?
Do you need to go into a rage to grab its tongue?
I think so. What am I doing? Athletics?
Yeah, if you want. You're
athletics?
trained. Like, I don't know how hard it is to grab a tongue, but I'm going to guess that it is not easy to grab a
How?
tongue.
Like, what is this animal?
It's a roth.
Yeah, it's like a cow, but it's got to be like half dead by now. I mean, people have been eating.
Yeah,
on
literally,
this
I
thing.
have no idea what
Yeah.
a moth looks like. When we start talking about it, I was just imagining like a ball with like a bunch of legs.
Yeah, no, it's like a cow. With
All right. Does this thing have like
He made out of
horrible,
buffalo wings.
gnarly
Hairy
teeth?
cow.
Like, am I reaching my hand into like a maw of teeth? Because I will rage
This
first.
this isn't a roth, but it looks like a roth.
Oh. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Well,
like
then,
a bison kind
can I
of.
do a
just a
survival
really
check
hairy
just
cow.
to figure out if this is gonna like require brute strength, or do I like stab it in the throat first and then grab its
Like-
tongue?
Do you want to stab it in the throat and grab its tongue? You tell me what you want to do.
You're gonna give him.
All right. So me personally have never
Sorry,
slaughtered
I'm
an animal before, but Cole's slaughtered tons of them, so he'll know how to slaughter an animal more than me. So I'm just
Most certainly, but how likely is it that...
I'd like to not get my hand bit off.
Right, and as this animal's dying, kind of like flaying about trying to fight everything, he's probably going to try and bite your hand off.
Okay. All right. So I take my knife.
All right, cool.
And all
so I
that
pull it-
aside,
I pull it-
I have butchered animals, and nobody fucking starts with the tongue.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no.
All right. Well, so
First.
I was just like, oh man, you know, I need to
all right.
do
So
this.
here's what Cole does. Cole has
Still
Cole has
kicking.
the big butcher knife like in one hand, and then so he picks up his like regular dinner knife or whatever,
I'm like this.
and he
to
goes
Cole
up
when
and
sees
he
it.
bonks it in the chest to make sure it goes like that. Go boom, and then as soon as the tongue's out, I'll stab it up through the bottom of its chin, up through its into its head. I'm trying not to kill it, so I'm not missing the brain, I guess, like through the maw.
Oh, you're trying to make it bite its own tongue off.
No, I'm just gonna stick
I
the
get what
tongue
you're
out.
doing. I get what
So
you're
it's
doing.
pinned out.
Yeah, good. Would you roll?
On athletics?
Yeah.
I can
It's
just
not an
imagine
athletics
what
thing,
Cole's
right?
gonna do next.
I mean,
Do you want it to be an athletics check? You tell me what you want to roll, and you roll it.
Well, that roll was
cool.
really
Isn't it
bad, so
dexterity?
regardless, I fuck up.
Oh no.
I mean, survival is.
It doesn't matter what it was a 2, so it was really bad.
Oh.
It doesn't matter what the roll was. I'm gonna stick with what I rolled.
Right.
So
That's what I'm gonna try and do. So,
So
hit it, and then if
you
the tongue
try
sticks
to
out,
hit it
skewer
hard
it,
to
and then grab it.
I don't know what's the AC of this Roth that's tied down. That
Yeah,
you
it
have
should be an
advantage
attack, I
against.
guess. But
That you should probably have advantage against.
it is.
The animal's enraged.
It is restrained. Yeah, that's true.
this isn't like a.
Let me lawyer this as much as possible.
It sounds like it.
You know what? Roll initiative.
For real.
All right, roll initiative gets all the drow. See who gets that tongue first.
A priestess from across the table is like, oh,
Tongue.
No, yeah, dude, I can
A
see
fight
that.
breaks out.
A fail is just as good as a succeed. We'll just play it out. I rolled 2. So
You rolled a
my,
2.
My
You-
athletics is +9 or something.
You give the beast a hard thump, as you said.
So 11
a
is
solid
my athletics
impact
roll.
strikes into the creature, and it kind of is already like bellowing out in pain, dying as it is. But like in the opportunity when it brings its head up from everything that's going on, you seize the opportunity and you take your knife to try and cut into and out, so you're able to remove from the jaw itself. But as the animal slays about, you catch the jawbone, instead kind of cutting in deep and butchering the side of its face very badly, almost breaking your knife. It sticks into the creature a little bit. You have to fight with it, and blood and gore fall out onto the dinner table, but you manage to retrieve your prize, and you have the tongue. At which point, Minnie...
Clean it off.
You clean it off and blood splatters everywhere.
No, not on people.
No, yeah, like, I'm the one sitting next to you, Cole, so...
I'm like, no, I'm not being that crazy about it. Come on. I'm just trying to, I don't want to hand him like a gory ass tongue. I want to hand him like a nice cut of meat.
Oh,
And
I thought that
so
was my tongue.
No, the guy asked for it.
Oh, I thought he was telling you to take.
one of the drow servants,
Didn't he ask for a tongue?
No, he was
Guy
asking.
walked up and
he
asked
said
for
it was,
tongue,
it was
didn't he?
asked.
He said he was giving you a hot tip.
right?
He was like,
Oh,
take your boy.
so you have it, and you're looking at him. You're like, huh? To like one of the drow servants.
I didn't know it was a serpent. I thought it was another guy.
He just offered the finest cut to a drow servant.
It is the finest cut. Is the priestess eating this?
In fact, actually, as you have completed all this, a few of the drow have stopped what they're doing entirely and are watching you.
Exactly. Is the priestess eating
Comic
this?
relief.
Not currently this part.
Hey, I got an idea.
The
No.
drow itself going.
Yeah.
The raw.
Clean this up and give it to the priest.
Can I roll a performance check?
Yes.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I think this is something that, for some weird reason, you've been waiting for something like this entire game since we started.
Cuisine, baby.
I go like this, I look at the table, and I push everything out of the way.
It's
Just like that too. I'm like, whoa!
Like Bigby's hand style.
Just what's in front of me. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, push it out of the way, and I'm like, take care of this.
Wow.
Everything that falls on the floor, and I pull out the Tesla Easy Bake Oven.
We're gonna make a skill challenge out of this.
Good.
I would like you to roll a history check for me.
Okay.
Didn't we get a recipe about cooking shit alive?
It was a spider.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But it was a drow recipe.
Yeah, we call it the Jeffrey.
Okay. Ooh, good.
Ooh.
Pretty good. Good roll.
Just
Good roll.
14.
Good roll.
You know that
That was a history.
raw, still living flesh of a under Roth is considered a delicacy, and that your easy bake oven would be a travesty.
But
Butcher it.
I'm not going to just destroy it. Like, I'm literally going to make it into something better.
If you want, but this is what you know about drow culture.
Okay?
So
I won't do it as I see all these horrible looks on their faces.
The whole room goes silent.
And I'm like,
Box!
but you recall a recipe. You recall how to prepare this in proper drow fashion.
And I realize my mistake. I pull out my cutting board and I begin sashimiing up this drow recipe. I can boil rice with water, right, inside of the Easy Bake Oven.
Sure.
Sure, why
After
not?
I'm done with that, I'll put the
You got 5 minute rest.
yeah. I got 10-minute rice when I'm doing this.
So go ahead and give me a.
I put the drow sashimi on top of the hot rice, I guess, and this is gonna be the weirdest mixture of hot and cold at the same time with blood all over it.
Oh,
What do you want to roll in order to prepare your rice?
Red rice.
Performance mostly. 'Cause,
Red rice and tongue.
Yes.
yeah, red rice and tongue is what this is.
Roll it.
Make this off the top.
Give me
of my
another
head.
check.
Nice. Same
Oh, that
thing.
was so close to 20.
14? 14. All right. So that's...
Look at
That's the divinity is what happened.
29.
29. Okay.
That's really good.
You continue to cook the
29.
rice. You have your Tesla bake oven. It's all set, prepared. You set it to cook 10-minute rice in 5 minutes, and it
Yeah.
it begins.
What's the setting?
I
need to move
I keep
away?
it below 9.
Put on lead coats.
Eight and a half.
Keep it below 9.
It's like,
You just hear a voice in your head. Yeah, wussy. Crank it up to 11. Yeah, crank it up. Yeah.
Greater restoration for Harlan. Anyway, yeah, I make these basically tongue on top of rice, and then I wrap it with seaweed.
The tongue itself being a very unusual sort of medium to cook with on your sashimi recipe.
Don't cook.
Not
Don't cook at all.
Prepare. A very unusual preparation.
It's more like thin slices.
In order, you look around and you see that there are a selection of other herbs and spices and things here that you can use to sort of season it. Roll a intelligence check
Ceviche
for me
is the
to
word that I'm
see
looking for.
to recognize what drow
raw
ingredients go with it.
With vinegar.
It
and
should
stuff.
be any, man. Like,
Lemon.
I'm thinking like sushi
so
here,
good.
so
Right,
it wouldn't
but
be anything besides the blood salt on the rice, you know?
that's why you're going to roll an intelligence check. It's a skill challenge. You could
Come on,
probably
baby.
add in your
Oh, it was almost 18. Dang.
Yeah, that's Finn's worst. So
history is your worst.
yeah, intelligence.
Can't save him.
What do you mean you can't save
I
it?
can't change it now.
I know. But intelligence, you should be all on it.
I know.
I mean, I'm a great chef. I would understand the difference between like making a sashimi.
I guess
Can I come in with the assist? I
He
know this
doesn't
recipe.
know when rolls are being made, I guess. Yeah.
You don't know if it passed or not.
Yeah.
I haven't said if it passes or not.
I guess that is a good point. I'm looking over at Finn making this recipe, and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, I start reaching over the catamaran apparently.
Catamaran.
Yeah. And
Is that a spice I don't know about?
Yeah, it's made of ships.
Oh.
I just like twist fate real quick, and one of the bowls fades out and switches with the other one as he rolls a 16.
I love it.
Yeah. The 16.
Instead, Finn grabs something known as a very spicy.
Yeah, I'm like reaching
truffle
out,
pepper.
something slaps my hand.
You hear Agnes the Anvil, her voice in your head. Finn Littleman, are you here again? Get out of my house right now. You're like, oh, that's right.
That's the roll.
I put a lock on that fridge for a reason.
Get out of
Instead,
my
you grab a spicy purple truffle sort of spores, and you use that delicately to season the meat. And you continue to prepare. Give me another preparation check as you try to performance. As you try to do so with a flourish to
Yeah, I
impress
don't look
people.
at my hands at all. And I just
Oh,
start cutting.
jeez. I see 2 digits. That's a good thing.
25.
You don't look at your hands
There
at
you
all.
Disadvantage.
Does it mean you do it blind?
Disadvantage, baby.
If you're good, you should.
Do it! Ah! I get to reroll those! You get to reroll once. Oh, he's half rolling. Come on. That's all right.
It's better.
Well,
Better than a
it's-
one.
It's only one worse.
Yeah, it's only one word.
Performance.
24? Yeah. 24.
24.
Dope.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. Dude, without even
Yeah.
without even looking at it. That wasn't me against you. That was like, damn. It's a 24.
That's how it's super hard.
Your preparations continue. You're cooking.
It's
you're
part
going,
of the performance.
Yeah. I don't know the name of that restaurant, but it's that place where they're Benihana's. Your Benihaha and
So I'm like sitting there
Yeah,
with
on
my
top of the
wand,
easy
like
bake oven,
Snape in
there's
the
a
Quidditch
griddle
stand.
top.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Little mint
Skillet on top? I love it.
Just so you can like sear the outside so it's still raw. Just you drop it on, you can flies through the air,
Lots
slap it down,
gas.
and you flip it up again. It flies up and over. You catch it without even looking, and then plop onto a plate on a bed of
10
rice.
feet away, Cole's like, and you just cut a single slice off and throw it behind your back.
Toss it up into the air, and with some sort of unusual, bizarre. You're not even elven, but this is like elven grace accuracy. Like you don't even have this feat because. But you picked it up for cooking. Up in the air without looking. Your knife slices through, a piece separates.
Nice.
Slow motion, you see it just kind of peel. And it twirls.
It makes the.
Yes.
Lands in Cole's mouth.
Oh, man.
A little sneer from the priestess because he got to taste it first.
Oh.
Delicious.
Oh.
I'm going to mark that one down as a fail. One more check. Anything you want.
You
How
were
do
just showing
you
her how it was done. Now
how do
she
you
knows.
present this
Do another one.
to absolute mastery?
Oh. Jeez, to make this absolute mastery.
Yeah, this is it.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do a trick shot. This is the last one, right? Fuck it. I'm gonna use my abilities, and I'm gonna do. Well, I'm cooking it on the skillet. I flip it in the air as high as I can, right? And I'm gonna try to catch it on my back. And then when I swing it around,
Behind your back.
yeah, on my back. I'm gonna lay down on the ground, let it catch on my back.
hot pan and everything.
Yeah.
No.
Do the worm,
Yeah,
launch
catch-
it back up in the air. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I catch it behind my back, right?
Yep.
And I swing it back around, like a twirl almost, and then back on top, and then I flip it back up onto a spatula, and instead of cutting it in half this time to feed it a coal, I'm gonna slap it across the room to the to the matron.
The high priestess.
Yeah, the priestess.
Tell her to open her
I
mouth.
tell her heads up beforehand, of course,
What are you rolling 2 for?
because this is gonna be a disadvantage, I bet.
Roll 1.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Yeah, I gave her the heads up. She's gonna get this
Okay.
right inside of her mouth, guys.
That's
Going right in.
Like
12.
It might go right in. What is that, like 27 or something?
Am I rolling performance?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. 27, he's right.
Yelling heads up, she
wow.
sees what you're doing, saw what happened with Cole, recognizes what's going on, but decides to not lower herself quite that far, and instead takes a lean back with a plate and catches it perfect right there.
Good job, Finn. Good job, buddy. Good job. I just look at the elves. Yeah.
I just let out its.
Quite delectable, halfling. Tell me, was this similar to how you addressed the problem of the Minotaur?
Well, you see, when you fight Minotaur and other such baddies for a living like the Rosethorn Guild,
That's right.
it takes a mighty hand to swash a Minotaur. And I lean over at my muscle here.
The coal.
Yeah. And I also point at Sunday. And a delicate hand to slice him up.
Very skilled. You know the cuisine of my people well, it would seem. I must say I am impressed at your grace and guile as well as your know-how. Perhaps I could offer you services as my personal chef.
This is a great honor. But I am on a suicidal mission to kill the people who wounded you. Ah, shit. I shouldn't have said that shit out loud.
He says that out loud.
I say all of that out loud.
Sunday bites into a beetle and it bites her tongue. She's like, oh! Bugs.
You reach it to your mouth to see what just happened. It's like,
Yeah.
now it's forked.
Yeah.
Bit right through, there's blood.
Yeah, right. Damn thing.
One of the male drow across him was like,
Crossed her.
Mm-mm.
Crossed her. Crossed her. Crossed her. Not wood.
your words hurt like a blade.
Oh, I do not mean any. No, ma'am. Like,
You have done a service to House Frith, and for the time being, you are still a guest. Though I know to your surface worlders our ways would appear to be cruel in the eyes of the weak, and well,
You should see orcs.
no, ma'am.
Right.
I mean, no disrespect. And I'm just gonna shut up from here forward so that I don't embarrass myself or you.
and to think that I was going to give you the antidote.
Oh, fudge.
I jest. The entire room burst into laughter.
I look down and I look for like poison limes.
I checked the murder holes behind us.
Sunday's not laughing.
I'll start flipping through my spell book to see if I know Lesser Restoration. Is that on my list?
That's funny because I've
All
already
I
been
ate was
drinking
a Google.
antitoxin this whole time.
The night concludes. You're given time to go back to your rooms and rest up. You're left really pretty much unharassed. You're free to speak and try to socially mingle with any of the drow, although a few of them are still, most of them are still just passing sneers in your direction and refusing to acknowledge that you're even there.
We don't even speak the same language. I mean, Sonny's the only person who can talk to them, right?
Yeah, you're the only one that can
They're not
talk.
worth talking to.
And you're all given time to rest.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Long rest.
Yeah. What time is it? Quick break?
15. It could be break time, yeah.
If you want. Still seems a little... No, let's go ahead. We'll take a quick 5-10 minute, right?
Yeah. Perfect.
5-10 minute break. We'll be right back real soon.
My foot fell asleep. Chihiro. I can't stand up.
Check out the new scrolling.
Oh, I was already.
Don't leave, guys.
No, you're
Sorry,
fine.
I jumped off.
No, you're good.
Sorry.
Oh.
I was like,
got
I'm hitting
four
the button as he's talking.
no.
Like,
Man.
The look on your faces. I was thinking of sharing the antidote.
I was
Everybody was
waiting for something like that too.
No, honestly, yeah. I was waiting for the shoe to drop at any moment for us to just be like, and then all of a sudden assassins come in after you guys or the head priestess.
Yeah, because she's like acting a little spooky. At some point during this rest, I'm gonna cast Find Familiar as a ritual
Sure.
and summon up the Dark Lady, whatever that spider is.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love the voice to my sword. That's fucking awesome, dude.
Girl, what are you talking about?
I know you want to poke him in the eye. No, girl.
Eyes.
You know you want to just stab him.
Windows to his soul.
You know it. No, girl. He smiled at you in the wrong way. I don't like him.
Right?
Oh no,
You need to
girl.
kill him.
No, he
Actually, I've gotten a lot of compliments on that voice.
Have you really?
Yeah, people
That's
are
awesome.
like, I love the sword.
Oh shit.
Make her talk to the sword some more.
Right?
No, he did.
No, he didn't.
There's just something about that sword.
That's great. I've noticed that people love when Sunday is like stressed out or on shit, just stuff happening to her. Like we had the most viewers when she died.
Yeah, because Sunday's the worst. She's always got the most.
You can just leave it right there. Sunday's the worst.
Sunday's the worst. Poor Sunday. Sundays are the worst though. Like in general as a day.
Yeah, you get the Sunday blogs.
Yeah.
The fuck are you talking
Drive
about?
like
Monday's
a
way
fucking
worse.
Sunday driver.
Huh?
Monday's way worse than
that's
Sunday.
true. But Sunday is a
Sunday,
precursor.
Monday, Saturday.
All them Sunday drivers out there. If Sunday has a girl, that's going to be her daughter's name.
I seriously want like just a short narrated like adventure of Fala and the homunculus, or, like something that's going on at the theater.
Right, some comedy thing
Yeah.
going on.
I'm trying to find the free time to draw it, but I
You can
don't.
do that as a one shot.
I don't have any free time.
You can play the homunculus. One of us could play Fala,
Yeah.
and the rest of us could play like side characters like
There's
Harlan.
Harlan.
Yeah.
Harlan,
Craster,
Craster, yeah.
What,
Westra.
what
Sally
class
Clark.
are they?
They're all
Just
commoners.
people.
Yeah, they're
Commoners,
just
civilians,
commoners.
dude.
There's
Bunch
like
of ghosts come back. You know,
A bunch of level 0 characters and Fala's level 11.
11. He's bossing them around.
Like
You
one
can play-
attack,
Sorry,
everybody
you can play
dies.
Follow, and the rest of us will just play like regular people.
Just a heads up, Jesse. The cameras are still running on you. I don't think we have audio. If we do,
No, they're still
that's gonna
on.
be funny.
Just keep feeding them tacos.
Cameras.
Oh no, there's audio too.
Is there audio?
Hey everybody.
Hey Chris.
where's the mic on? Oh, I didn't switch off.
0. Pew. Wait, you said you want to push the button to make us live. Jeez. For those of you who saw our blooper reel,
IT guy head and shame.
Sorry,
I left the room. So I don't actually know what everyone said. I left the room.
you should have signed that right up before you.
Okay.
We all revealed
This
that
is your
we're
first verbal warning.
This is your first.
Next will be a written, and then you're fucking gone.
we need to delete that before he finds out what we said about him.
right.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, he doesn't rewatch them.
Before we jump back into it, we got a couple of comments from a couple of viewers. Mostly is like, we can still hear you. So thanks for all of you.
Yeah, thank you. Saved bacon.
Badger, you're welcome. That was for you. Reginald Trout believes that the party is going to return to the theater and Fala will be wearing a top hat, making a lucrative deal, while the homunculus is in a child-sized tux with its head in a pot of stew.
I love it.
I can see it. Yeah, I can see it.
I feel like that's exactly what's happening right now. Yeah,
I can
just
see falling.
yeah.
Poor Artie and
My name is Fala. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Right?
You know who's saving our theater right now?
those two.
Varys. Varys is like, no, I got this, and controlling the whole situation and kicking ass on stage and making a bunch of money for us.
In the reality where Grim didn't evict him at Sunday's request.
Yeah,
But,
we'll see about that.
No, I'm just picturing
the
like Cole
meantime,
thinking
Grim
this.
is just-
like, good thing we have Varys there to take care of stuff, right?
It's in my head, yeah.
Wait, you haven't told him yet?
No, don't tell me.
Varys is in every single bar in all of Waterdeep, just like smearing Grim's name into the dirt.
Can you believe this? He gave me an eviction. An eviction!
They evicted the greatest performer Waterdeep has ever seen. I made them coin.
Yeah.
And he evicts me. I say, no. Good day, sir.
But did it like really get to him and he's kind of starting to get a little fat now and he's like kind of bummed about it?
Fucking Grim.
We'll find out later.
He knows we're in the deep shit.
Yeah.
He's still living
They're
there,
never coming
man.
back.
He found
He
somebody
talked
to...
everybody into forgetting all about it.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
he came
he-
back a day later.
He got somebody to forge the documents that
Right.
he's in the will.
Yeah, instead it's an invitation to perform all years.
There's a dead man, and they're never gonna find that will.
It's not Varys. It's like made out
I'll
to
eat
like
it.
Varys' grandma or something like that.
Mrs. Varys. Yeah, it's like not even clever. It's just like grandmother Varys.
Pulls off the mask and
I'll
wig.
sign his share off to Tesla.
God
They
damn
might like that.
I'm gonna kill Varys.
I'm so looking forward to this episode. Back to our game. You've all had your long rest. Cole, you're feeling slightly better.
That's still -2.
It's still minus something. We'll look at what.
Yeah.
So, for anybody who has not had a character suffer like that, when your character dies, you have a resurrection sickness of sorts. Resurrection fatigue. I don't know what it's called. I'm a Warcraft player, so it's res sickness.
Yeah.
Cole has res sickness. For the next few days, his soul and body are so heavily taxed from the ordeal that he is not performing at his top.
Mm-hmm.
It is a very crippling. It is crippling.
Yeah, -2 is pretty heavy.
Yeah.
What's 4?
It was 4.
It was 4.
Starts out at
Yeah.
4.
So, here you are. You're all rested. You wake up. Everything is all set. There's a small note in Elven on your door.
Yes, hang on. Damn it. This is in Sylvan. No, I can read all languages. Just kidding.
Don't you have to reactivate that ability?
Yeah, I would have to reactivate it. I'm not going
You look
to
at it and you're like, I can't read it.
yeah, damn it, I can't read it
I'll
now.
lean over Graham's shoulders and read it.
Sunday, for some reason,
Can you
just
read
hold
it?
Sunday is like hanging out in the shadows of their room. And you're like, if only Sunday were here, like the drapes part.
Right?
How long have you been here?
Long enough to read this note.
Yeah.
The sword's like, I'm not talking to you right now.
Yeah, it's the pommel of the sword that pops out.
Right.
It's the dagger.
Sundays.
No, girl, they're keeping secrets from you. No, you go over there and you show them who's who.
That is a lie.
No, girl, you know I wouldn't lie to you.
You.
No.
So which one of you slept on the couch?
Yeah. Sunday. Quit lurking about over there and tell me what this note says.
Don't do it. He's trying to trick
I'll
you.
lean over.
Yeah.
You can just hold it. I'll just read.
Damn, girl, you acting a damn fool.
What's it say?
You don't even listen to a damn word I say, do you?
That's the dagger.
Yeah, you go ahead and try. I'm saying, bitch.
I know.
I speak in your mind. You
Only
can't
for
silence me.
Half a second it's mumbled and then it goes back. Yeah.
No, that's just me because you're acting dumb. You have the note,
Sword.
and you look at the note, and essentially what it says that you're requested to make a final appearance before the High Priestess, Erlal, before you part ways. That she would like to honor a request and grant you a boon, as well as the clothing that you had worn has been gifted to you.
Okay.
Neat.
I can't believe I slept in this. It's so comfortable.
Yeah.
You got me some drop.
Is it clean?
What? The clothes?
My shirt.
How? I don't know. You're kind of like,
Pigging out.
yeah.
I'm just.
Did you ask to have it clean?
I look down. Is it clean?
Have you taken it off?
No.
It's probably not that clean.
Okay. I was wondering if it's magic.
Magic that cleans itself.
Fuck.
Yeah, a little
clothes
extra for that.
I don't know. It's smoking and illusionary. I don't.
You push a button and it just goes.
That's
No,
the
Cole.
boon. That's
Cole,
the boon she gets
Cole
you.
kind of plans
Your shirt
on
is
not
always-
taking it off because it feels nice.
Hey, it's not armor.
Does it have like buttons up the front? And he just has them halfway down.
Oh my god, yes, dude. Like,
But
it's
tall
literally
collars,
yeah,
all
It's the
popping
green
up.
skin and the black clothes.
Of course, it has a big, tall
Like
collar.
some 70s silk
Like for a
shirt.
second, he like kind of buttons the top one, and then it makes
I
like
got fur.
and then, but like it looks at it, pulls the shirt down, and then like three
poofy.
pop, pop, pop.
Oh god.
Look like the Hoff over here.
All right. I'll go Hoffle.
Whole chest.
Full Hoffle.
Full Hoffle. Yeah, I took mine off last night, and I am now. I'm wearing my robes, of course.
But here you are, note in hand.
Yeah, let's go see
The
this.
sword continues to yell obscenities at Sunday.
It does.
Oh, new day.
Or the dagger, whichever.
It is a new day.
Whichever.
Doesn't matter.
6 and a 13 and a 15.
Okay. All right. Couple highs, one mid.
Good job.
All right, let's go see her and get out of here. Man, that was good food.
Day breaks. You make your way. The priestess is once again kind of in the large chamber, the room dedicated to honoring Lolth. And you see that once again this time she's actually kind of to the side against the southern wall. She is sitting on a very nice, lavish looking reclining sofa of sorts. And she is there and she is actively nursing her child. And you step in. She kind of refuses to acknowledge that you're even there for a moment as you approach. The closer you get, you see that some of the armed guards, the elite soldiers, kind of step in and approach you. You can see that they're very menacing. You stop where you are, and they kind of pause their advance a little bit, but still approach the priestess with their backs to her, eyes meeting yours. And
well,
I'll defer to Finn.
I defer to Grim.
You're the talker.
Well, we're not trying to convince her or something, are we?
Greetings, my lady priestess. Thank you for dinner last evening. It was amazing. I could see that you have your hands full with all these visiting dignitaries.
it is true. House Freth has received good news on all fronts as Alrender has been crushed and Loth has blessed me with another daughter. And so, as you have returned triumphant from defeating the Minotaur, I thought that perhaps I could return the favor with a boon of sorts. I know that you seek to travel deeper into the Undermountain, as do I wish to extend my reach deeper into Undermountain. And so by encouraging your success, I would be encouraging the success of House Freth. And the more success House Freth shall garner, the better future that I am able to give to my 13th daughter.
Congratulations.
And so, I have taken the initiative and I have had my scouts locate a gateway that currently belongs in the Minotaur territory of this very level of Undermountain. Should you find it and use it and activate the magics of said portal, it will take you to a place called the Crystalline Labyrinth. The crystal level has a peculiar nature to it. You're going to find terrible, terrible things beyond that. Beyond the crystal level, you will find the sea deeps, and there is where the mind flayer are doing their terrible experimentation.
The sea deeps.
But I believe
Our true foe.
I believe that you might actually find reluctant ally among the crystalline halls. I must admit that we are not on good terms with the Geeth, but
The Gith dwell in the crystalline labyrinth.
that is to say, they dwell there? No, they do not. The Geeth, they dwell in... I forget how it is that they say. You know how here we are in the Undermountain connected to all of the great Underdark. Well, if you could do the opposite and leave above your surface world, that is where you would find your Geeth.
Oh.
They exist above your world in some strange mannerism.
Can I make an intelligence check
Yeah, certainly.
to see if I understand what space is?
Anybody may make that check.
Nope.
Oh my god!
Really?
I mean, it's really
Really? No,
Oh, there
you're
we
an
go.
educated
All right.
wizard. You roll with advantage. No, I'm not going to let you roll a 1 on space.
That's
I got an 18.
21.
Yeah, you know what outer space is.
Well, I've had visions of it too.
Yeah, the rest of you are like, what, you mean like floating islands? Dragons?
Yeah.
I know of outer
Clouds.
space as just the stars.
Shit.
And stuff.
Sorry, guys.
That chair though.
Yeah, that chair though, dude.
Just astronomy style spaces all Sunday would know a little bit about. Just
Yeah.
being
But Sunday
a
probably...
teacher. She doesn't know what you're
No,
talking
Sunday
about.
doesn't even know really what a star is. You know what I'm saying? What? I thought they were
Right.
like fireflies who got trapped in a big black dark
It's
thing.
just lights in the sky that make designs.
And Finn's like, no, there's a balls of gas burning.
No, I got a
Right.
5. No, it's like Mama said. That's when the gods are smiling at us.
Lady, did you know that Loth herself is said to have come from the place you describe?
Because of the favors that you have done to House Freth, I will not have your tongue. Do not speak as if you would know of our great dark mistress.
What did I say?
Hey,
Way to go, Grim.
hey! Don't say the L word.
For you
Don't
to
talk
even
about it.
utter her name in one of her holy places, and not out of reverence, it is a dishonor for me to not spill your blood upon that altar.
Can we leave now?
Indeed. As I had said, I had scouts find the gate for you. I shall provide a map so that you may find it. And I offered one other thing in order to benefit you on your journey. You may make a request within reason, and if it is something that I can accommodate, we shall see if I can give you my blessing.
Okay, real quick. This is going to be our contract between us. It's verbal.
No, continue. Just
You want us to go take care of the mind flare and kill them, please.
that would be beneficial, but I am not employing you to do anything.
It's
Succeed or die, House Freth will pick up the pieces where you left off.
We will not fail you. We will totally wipe out this colony.
Do you have a request?
I take the group aside and we all start doing the huddle.
Okay, we're huddling.
Okay. Yes, what do we want?
I don't know. What do we need? What's gonna help us out here? Cole?
I just got everything I could ever need ever. It was awesome.
Sunday?
Feel good? Okay.
This dirty drow.
Just don't say that out loud. Just whisper it.
More potions.
I don't really want any potions. Do you guys need healing potions?
Maybe something that won't kill us with a word.
Oh,
protection?
Spells?
Yeah, perhaps she knows some spells.
Do you-
I'm not gonna have a
some
whole lot of
sort of
time to do any
protection?
studying on the way down there. I can tell you that.
Yeah, okay. What about, is there information we don't know that we could use?
Yeah, maybe she knows something about the mind flayers. Maybe she knows something that can
How to
help
get
protect Cole.
how to get the airship
brain.
out of the cave.
Anything
Oh,
that can help
yeah.
me with?
The windjammer.
Should we just ask them about the airship?
How to get the windjammer out of the cave.
Why do we care about any of that?
I don't think
Grim
we should
does.
ask her about any of that. I don't trust these drow.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, we make it public that we care about that stuff.
Yeah, true.
Alright, potions it is.
I want our souls protected
From the spiders.
from whatever killed Cole. The words.
In words. Well, you could. There's a spell for that. It's called. My mom used to cast it all the time. I can't remember.
Perhaps there are
a ward.
legends of a brooch,
Like a death
a
kind of
scarab
ward.
of protection.
That sounds stupid. Why would they just call it death ward?
Perhaps she has access to
Sounds
this
pretty
legendary item that I know
Plain,
of.
straightforward.
What item?
What?
It's shaped like a scarab and it protects against things like what happened to you. That is the symbol of their house.
Instead of item, maybe we need to know more about like that family that's trying to kill
Von Rock Doom and the
the water.
other.
Yeah, the Von Rock Dune or the Shadow Dusk Hold.
Perhaps we should ask to
Something
be able
to
to call
protect
on
our
her
mind.
in our time of need. We're gonna have a grave battle coming soon. Some drow allies might be just what we could use.
That sounds like way too much to ask for. Like, I don't think they're ever gonna help us out that way. Like, she literally just told us if you die, you die.
We could ask. Whatever she gives us is gonna be of value
I have
to her.
decided on how I will aid you.
Good. Yeah, sorry. We're pretty indecisive when it comes to asking for rewards.
We need a lot of help, the truth is.
That much is clear. I have decided that I shall give you all communion of Loth. Come before the altar. She makes her way towards the altar before Loth's statue, and there she takes up a small jar sitting next to it, and she brings it up onto the thing. A sort of sacrificial blade opens up from a box, and a few other trinkets, and before her she reveals a scorpion out of a cage takes the scorpion from its tail, its stinger. It pinches and tries to grab up and attack. And with it, she slaps it down backwards onto the altar and stabs it down in deep. And as she does so, she begins enchanting words of power. And pulls a weird viscous black fluid, pours up out of the wound and entwines around her hand and kind of takes on sort of a weird black jelly sort of creeping vibe to it. It simultaneously seems to take on like the appearance of a spider. She then takes it and molds it, its malleable form, and twists it and rips it apart, and then takes it together and rips it apart again. And then in her hand are 4 what look like black onyx spiders, but they continue to crawl. And she takes these gemstone spiders and places them down. For you, take this blessing. It is a charm.
I reach down like this. Does it crawl into my hand?
Yeah, and as you reach forward,
my hat down.
As you reach forward, it crawls across your hand and kind of like sits there gently, and it's on your hand. It kind of begins to crawl up your arm in a weird tickling fashion. It moves through your hat, gets onto your hand as well.
Okay. And like got my hand as it's crawling up my arm.
Yeah.
So this stays with us?
And she looks towards you.
Unsheath my axe and slowly lower the head down to it and
The
let it
spider
crawl up.
itself crawls up the head of the axe, across the haft, up into your hand, and then it rests upon the back of your hand here. As the spiders are all on your hands, one by one, simultaneously, at the same time, they all bite. Their claws bite in. Their legs reach out and around and entwine across your entire hand, and then kind of sink and burn in a little bit. It's very painful, and you look at it, fury in your eyes as you look at her to see at the betrayal. But
Exactly,
very
as I'm
calmly,
reaching for my dagger.
this is it, girl. We're gonna cut a bit.
Reflex action. I'm just like,
But the priestess looks at you unmoving and watches and says, when the time is right, you may use this charm. It will remove from you all of your battle fatigue. It will remove from you all poison, all disease. It will restore your vitality. But once you use it, it's gone forever. And each one of these spiders now embedded in your flesh grants the use of a potion of vitality, one-time use.
Cool. I like that. I don't know what
Potion of vitality removes all levels of exhaustion, removes all disease, all poison, and if you spend a hit die, you get maximum amount of hit die back. The effects last for 1 hour.
Cool.
Jeez. I did not think that you would bestow upon us this great honor.
I did not think that I would have ever seen you back here again, yet somehow your formidable force has destroyed 30 Minotaur. My scouts had told me of the carnage that they had seen. Truly, you must be gods among your own people.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
It is the only reason that you would be able to sit at my table, the fact that you had slain so many Minotaur and left such a grisly scene.
Is there like a time period when we have to use this?
No.
I mean, I kind of would like. I think I'd like to wear it forever. It's really awesome.
Yeah, it's actually a kind of cool tattoo.
Yeah.
It's not even a tattoo. It's like
Right.
actually a thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So if I don't have to use it, it'll stay.
It shall last
Oh, that's awesome.
until you decide to use it.
So
That's
like,
so
I could be
cool.
on death's door and then use this.
Indeed. But be warned, it does not bring you back from the dead. You must take care. Use it wisely.
I never thought I'd hear a drow say that to me. Thank you so much.
It has the added benefit that should you ever raise a hand against House Friend,
Oh no.
that it will enact
lose your hand.
a terrible vengeance.
I totally know that. Like,
that's a dirty trick.
Yes, well, dirty tricks for dirty tricks.
Why would we would never
Dirty
ever-
tricks deserve dirty tricks.
Hey, can you hear through these things?
Indeed.
No, but that would have been clever.
Indeed, High Priestess.
I shall modify this spell in the future.
Well, thank you for being so honest.
Maybe I could.
Absolutely agree with that.
Maybe I could enchant them to be some sort of mind slave type of device.
Yeah, you ever heard of those mind flayer
Mind flayer.
creatures? They,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fantastic. That's very nice. You may go now.
Yeah.
Which way to the gate?
bye.
Briggle, come here, boy.
The servant hands you a map. You gather your belongings and you all make way to leave. She takes her infant, the baby girl now crying, and addresses it. You see her summon a chamberlain or a chambermaid who comes by and begins to change the child's swaddling cloths. And you're gone. You're out. You leave the drow behind. None of the guards any more friendly than they ever were before, but nobody is spitting on you. Sunday gets twice as many dirty stares as ever.
Give it back.
You like the tongue?
I don't like them, girl. We best get out of here. Yeah,
Eat their face.
right. Bunch of no good dirt turds.
Drow.
So
Drow ain't even good for them anymore.
you have the option. You have
So we're outside,
front of
Sunday.
you.
Quit saying that out loud.
What? That's what?
Sunday, just wait till we're outside.
I didn't hear anything. What are you talking about?
he's on you. You cut him.
Uh-oh. Oh!
It was really close.
I don't know. I just blissfully keep walking behind his back. Behind my side.
I'm just like,
You're a good kitty.
You know I feel good. You know I feel good. Let's see what color halflings are on the
today.
inside.
not today.
Jeez.
So
Hit
you make
yourself.
your way out. You have a map in your hand, and you are able to see that there is a gateway that she claims will take you down past several levels towards the Crystal Labyrinth.
Okay. Well, I say we make all haste towards the gateway. Because
Hey, wait, weren't we waiting for some guards to show us to the gateway?
They handed a map.
She gave us
They
a
gave us-
map.
they're lame.
Got a map.
All
The
right.
guards don't want to spend any more time with us than they have
I
to.
don't want them around. either.
Jerks.
I get on top of Briggle and I reach down. I'm like, all right, who wants a ride?
I'll take a ride.
I knew where got some of that meat.
Okay. You were looking a little paunchy back there. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not standing behind
Job.
you when it
I jump up
starts to
onto Briegel.
deactivate the backside.
The tunnels that you have to go to are in the opposite direction and actually seem to be making opposite progress of where you really wanted to be going. You know you want to go down, but every step that you've taken has been slightly uphill as you trudge through these labyrinthian tunnels, twists, turns this way and that, past all kinds of signs of Minotaur dwellings. You have to cross through a very twisted and netted area of these iron spider cables that seem to be maintained by a stationary iron spider mounted to the ceiling. Cautiously you approach, but the closer you get, it still makes no acknowledgement of your presence as you pass by, underneath, and past it. You move into these tunnels, and there is debris everywhere. The mist and the fog rises up much higher now. Once again, all you can ever see of Grim is his gray hat floating and drifting above the mist as you proceed through the chambers and caverns before you finally come to an area that is shrouded in all sorts of zirkwood mushrooms, this tiny little zirkwood forest. You can hear the sounds of Minotaur here and there in the background, as if you were being watched. You know that they're kind of following you, interested, but at the same time, none of them ever really seem to make a full approach. Cole, you kind of get glimpses of them out on the outskirts of your peripheral, but well, you know how stealthy Minotaur can be, and here they are.
Right?
Clop, clop,
Intimidate
clop.
them. Intimidate them.
They're not coming at us. Let's go.
We'll make it show a presence like that. They should not even try
If they
anything.
come at us, we'll let them know.
And you
They're-
come to
They just died. A lot of them.
You come to a large area, and in front of you,
Missed
you see that there is, on the map, you see that it says just an unusual word in Elven. It's Thule.
Through.
Yeah, can you still read, Elvin?
I'd have to reactivate the ability.
So looking at it, as you're approaching this big thing, you see the word Thule. And as you're kind of puzzling over it, looking at it, and there appears to be like a skull and crossbones on there. So you get a little concerned. You slow down. The party takes a second to try and see what's around the corner. As you look and you peer through the mist to try and get a good look, you see that there appears to be this altar of sort. A large, decorated out of bones, sculpted, mounted on top of skulls altar. And on top of the altar is a rotting mound of flesh, just bodies piled on top of it, of all sorts of different creatures. Minotaur, one or two drow even, beasts, troglodytes, a Bethir, a very large and fierce creature, coiled up, half rotted away, and partially eaten.
What?
As you're looking at the map, you see that to the side of all of this, and this massive altar of rotted flesh, it says that the gateway you're looking for is through a secret chamber off to the side, past the mound of rotted flesh.
So we've got to go around this.
So what's the sign say?
There's no sign.
No, the one that said through
The map, Thule.
Through.
So Sunday, you take a second and you get nudging close to Grim to see what he's looking at, and then you're able.
He's like trying to.
I'm like
focus
mouthing
on
the
trying
word.
to figure it out.
Yeah.
Goulet?
Sunday, you see what he's doing, and you're like kind of piecing it together, and you're like, oh no. And you realize that he's reading a word that sort of means it doesn't translate exactly into common, but the single word is what you would call a sacrificial altar to summon demons.
Oh, it's a demon altar.
What? You just say that out loud? Demon altars so casually?
No.
I can't believe those words just passed through your mouth so blase. You just said demon altar?
I don't think so. I think it's the Dark Elven word for sun.
What?
Through. Yeah. Sunshine, even.
Do I believe that?
Do you?
It's gonna be okay,
yes.
I think. I think
It'll be okay.
No, Sunday. You're on the level with me right now, right? Can I read
Kinda.
her insight?
You need to. You're looking at.
Yeah, there you are.
You're looking at
Kind of.
Sunday. You're looking at Sunday, who doesn't have expression on her
No.
face
Ever.
anymore. You're looking at Grim, who's
Just
like,
eyeball
it
everybody.
means.
the etymology of thrula, that's
Demon
that's
altar.
directly
You sound like
related to
you're throwing up.
Korlon. As far as I know, Palor. Hang on.
You're just jumbling words together now, okay? That's not how that works.
So-
That's not how
so-
any of this works.
So, Finn, you're thinking
trying to be smart
sunshine,
again.
demon altar, and you look forward and there's this mound of rotted flesh on an altar of bones.
Really shiny.
Yeah, I'm like, sunshine, right.
Get your bathing suit
No,
out.
it's a demon altar.
I
believe Sunday.
I moved the map down. Oh,
Yeah, that's that smell.
Can't smell
what's it say,
Not
son?
me.
Yeah. Can we go
Okay.
around this thing, or are we gonna kill a demon?
What's,
Hold on.
What can I learn?
But the map
about it
shows her
by-
something.
What do I know?
Yeah, what does the
about
map show you?
It's
Or-
got
or-
skull and crossbones.
No, besides that.
An area.
Yeah, there's a secret door here.
Oh, okay. I make a perception check. Do I see a secret door here?
Do so with disadvantage.
I got my eyes poked out. I'm laughing so hard because of the demon door.
Ka-ching.
Oh.
A couple high numbers.
Disadvantage, though.
My perception is
Out of this world.
11.
Well, it's
No.
plus, that's plus 11, though.
Yeah, plus
yeah,
11.
so that's 25.
No.
5.
Oh, dang.
Tough to find.
Yeah.
Do you see it? Do you see? It's on the map, so it's there.
Can I have advantage for being a carpenter?
No. It's cavern wall, not a building that somebody built out of wood.
Well, it's buildings basically in general. It's more of a.
It's not a building, it's a cavern wall, and you have disadvantage because you're in the fog, and no.
I want to
The
take a
answer's
look
no.
at this
Alright.
altar more and see if I can determine what god it might be dedicated to, what its purpose is. Basically, a religion check. Just trying
Yeah.
to figure out what's going on here. Just a 6, but get a pretty good bonus.
As Grim's doing
15.
that, Sunday says demons, devils, and just walks in the room.
Sunday walks in the room. Grim, you're studying it. Finn, from all the way back here, you're straining your eyes to see through the entire huge distance to the back of this dark room with your really poor vision.
Oh wait, I'm supposed to be looking through the room. It's inside the demon room.
It's past the demon altar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no wonder you didn't make it, right?
Yeah.
If you,
I literally thought it was where we're at right now.
I thought to myself, I was like, man, if he rolls a 30, I'm going to be mad.
Right.
But no, you don't see it right here.
500, guys.
And
What? I'm waiting. What? Roll initiative?
I was like,
Someone gang sign out there.
and Cole throw some gang signs.
Altered.
All right, yeah, let's walk inside.
Roll
the
Baphomet.
guys.
Baphomet.
Matt.
A what?
Baphomet.
you know who that
is the goat-headed demon.
Nope.
No?
Yeah, Grim, what's a Baphomet? I've heard of Bahamut, right? Like the dragon god, but not a Baphomet.
Baphomet is a creature that is worshipped, often sacrificed to in great bloody fashion. Sometimes chaotic, evil creatures will worship.
Let me.
this.
Here, you know quite a lot about Baphomet. So the Grim incites a small tale to you that civilization to the tenets of Baphomet are a weakness and savagery a strength in the credo. The Horned King and the Prince of Beasts, he rules over minotaurs and others with savage hearts. Worshipped by those who want to break the confines of civility and unleash their bestial natures, for Baphomet envisions a world without restraint where creatures live out of their most savage desires. Cults dedicated to Baphomet use mazes and complex knots as their emblems, creating secret places to indulge themselves, including labyrinths of the sort their master favors. Blood-stained crowns and weapons of iron and brass decorate their profane altars. Over time, Baphomet's cultists become tainted by his influence, gaining bloodshot eyes and coarse, thickening hair. Small horns eventually sprout from their forehead. In time, a devoted cultist might transform entirely into a minotaur, considered the greatest gift of the Prince of Beasts.
How many people?
Baphomet.
So basically, all the Minotaur love this guy.
Yeah, how many people did you just kill, Finn?
What?
How many of his followers did we just kill?
A lot? Yeah, we killed 30.
Oh my god, he's looking for a minute.
No, the worm did.
He's looking for a minute.
We killed 34 of them.
Oh my god, he's looking for a minute right now.
Also,
Worm did.
also,
No, 35.
Sunday said she walked in. So,
Oh yeah.
Demons, devils.
as you step into the room and you approach the altar, you see that the mound of corpses kind of rises up. It begins to slough off to the sides and fall to the ground and slide this way and that. And stepping out of the macabre viscera of death steps a very large demon.
ugly.
That is a big demon.
And roll initiative. He's got surprise round on Sunday.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, he's so big and ugly.
Give me
Should we set up a little
Yeah, let me.
combat arena?
Here. Should we? Yeah, you got this. Oh man.
You got no music today?
No music today. People said it was a bit echoey last week, so I want to figure out a better way to do it.
I think that it might have been because of the track that I was using, but yeah, I've decided to just kind of let it ride today. But it's really weird. It's throwing me off. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
For anybody just joining us, we're about to kill Bahamut. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Baphomet.
17 for Grim. Okay. And a 19
Yeah, let's
for his
throw that
familiar.
there. And well, no, you're right. Let's go like that. Yeah, it's kind of cavern-like. Good enough.
21 for the familiar. Nice.
We lost somebody. Where'd he go?
Yeah, he lost Cole. What? He saw that demon. He ran. Not going anywhere. My dog's still there.
I haven't seen him.
She's over here.
Okay.
We kicked her out.
Did we roll initiative?
Yeah.
We're working on it.
Ah, it's kind of chilly in the garage.
No way.
Man, so
Sunday.
I liked our point
Yeah.
of view better on the other map cam. I'm gonna have to work on that.
Is this all difficult terrain, right?
No.
All the bodies.
No. It's not difficult terrain. I thought about it, but no.
Oh man. So this is a pretty tight room then, huh?
Sort of.
Are you able to see on the wall?
No, seriously, the lack of music really is throwing me off. Yeah, what's going on?
Especially for a battle.
Right? Yeah, no, that's mostly what it is. Like, where's our suspense? We need some suspense.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh guys! Oh god! It's like, he's got sunglasses on. Right? Oh no, Eric Estrada's here! Run!
If anybody thought Rick was if anybody thought Rick was old, now you just confirmed it. Like if you were born in the 80s and through the 90s you were ever homesick and there was nothing on TV, Hawaii 5-0 came on.
And the Ventures.
Book 'em, Dano.
Lead guitarist for the Ventures does live in our town. I painted his house.
How do you know he
Brand
still
new.
lives here?
Is that a euphemism?
Are we rolling
Finn.
initiative?
Yeah, roll
It really
initiative.
does.
Finn, what do you got?
23.
Oh wow, weird. Cole, what do you got? Oh,
A 10. I believe I have -2 still.
Sunday, what do you got?
11.
Timbers.
Grim got a 17, Familiar got a 19.
I feel rolled out, guy.
What did the monster get? Monster got. Cool.
I told you should have intimidated all of them.
This is not one of those Minotaurs.
Then they wouldn't have summoned one of their gods.
Nah, we're in that mountain.
Wait, do I know this is a Bahamut? Do I?
Baphomet.
Baphomet?
No.
No, I don't.
No, you really don't.
So I'm just like, man, that is an ugly Minotaur.
Oh boys, this one has wings. Oh god.
I didn't know they made him this ugly.
Somehow the demon gets angrier and bigger.
You would think he'd like that.
I think so.
I thought they smelled good on the inside.
What do you do in your free time, little mint?
Remember we had all the hamburgers?
Yes,
Yeah, well,
that is true. That is true.
I'm curious, does Malar and this guy like get along? Because they're kind of similarly aligned.
Finn, what did you get?
23.
Yeah, Dandar and
Yes.
With a natural 20, you win.
Yes.
Can't believe that. Finn, Little Mint. Surprise round, you don't get to go. Rising up and attacking Sunday, it sees out of the gore. Right? There goes her surprise round and everything.
All that
straight
fun
attacks.
Yeah,
stuff.
like everything an assassin benefits from. Not today.
walked in.
Not today.
I get to go during this round though.
Yeah, because you can't be surprised.
Thank
You
God.
jerk.
Yeah, barbarian.
Thank the
you.
gods.
Still acts before me, that's for sure.
Score. Okay. The Goristo sees you, Sunday, rises up, immediately advances forward. This creature is actually considered huge, so it's like,
6 squares? 8 squares? What is he?
it's 6 squares.
Wow.
Or, well, I mean 9 in total. Yeah, it's 9 in total.
That's 3 through 3?
Yep.
Wow.
He's
Big one.
huge. One of the biggest monsters I think you guys have ever fought against.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sees you and begins to.
Schnurf.
Yes. First attack. I've got 23. Second attack, I've got... Not 23. 20. Third attack, I've got...
got shit to do right now.
Third attack, I've got way over 20. 3 hits on you.
Ow.
The first one, Sunday, as this creature rises up, and it just grabs a rock in its hand, and the rock itself is the size of Finn, and it's just...
Slams me with it.
Oh, man.
And then as you're kind of clubbed one way and clubbed the next, you fall and kind of knock it a little bit to the side, and then it takes one of its massive cloven hooves and tries to kick, and it does a Sparta kick. And because of its size, it's not even in your chest, it's just cracks your skull backwards.
Since I didn't know the outcome, like the top amount, right? Can I use my cutting word to try to make him miss the first attack?
A surprise round, bro.
I have reaction.
I don't even know if we can use reactions.
It's an action. You can't, no actions until end of surprise round.
Right.
Yeah, but there's a reaction.
A reaction is an action. It's got action in the word.
Yep.
Okay.
It's a different category, but I don't think we can use them until it's our turn.
Okay.
It doesn't really, because you're surprised. You're under the surprise condition.
But I always have a reaction.
I bet the surprise condition says you can't use reactions or actions.
Because
It
of
does.
action.
It does. Sunday,
We've
Good
had
idea
this
though. I
conversation.
just don't think so.
from the 2 bludgeoning attacks from its massive meaty hands, you're going to take 20 damage, and then 20 damage, and then 23 damage from the hoof attack.
No, not having coal raging is sucky.
It's a surprise round.
Oh, that's bad. That's very bad.
That's bad. That's bad.
Take half damage from the first attack.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm good.
Wait, do you have a reaction?
No, that.
No, that's a reaction, isn't it? Evasion.
This would be the other,
Cunning
action is a
no.
bonus action.
No, it's evasion.
my uncanny dodge.
Oh,
I
it's
take half.
uncanny dodge, but is it? It's not an action or anything.
It's a
It's just
reaction.
you have to spend your reaction to use it.
Yeah,
Are you sure?
yes.
It's just not an ability.
It's a reaction.
It's a feat, but it's a reaction, half damage.
It's an ability.
Starting 5th
that
level,
rogues
when
get.
attacker that you can see hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to have the attack.
Alright, so we have to look up surprise condition. Look up surprise condition, everybody.
It's an action. You can't do it. We're moving on.
It's a reaction.
Familiar. A reaction's an
They're
action.
different.
Familiar?
Familiar is surprised.
Is surprised.
Timbers is
Surprised.
Surprised.
surprised. So Finn, Familiar, and
Sounded
Timbers no longer surprised. Sunday no longer surprised. Cole.
Yeah, I rage and I attack.
Oh my god! This is gonna be the biggest tattoo ever!
Yeah. 30, 40, 50 gets to the backside, and I'm not going to attack recklessly because I'm flanking. And I'm raging, and I'm attacking.
Heyo.
So that's plus. So I'm still under -2. Wow, that sucks. 17 hit. Wow, this sucks. If this
No.
first, wow, I'm no longer attacking Great Weapons Master because I'm under my -2 and that sucks. Attacking. Okay, so then now that I'm at a lot more than that. Where am I? Jesus, this new sheet. That's like 23. That's gonna hit. And damage. Well, that's 12. I like that. 19 damage. And the spirit is passed on to him now, which is great. So I need my little circly guy.
Hello, darkness, smiled from him.
Exactly. Okay, so Radamanthus is out on the battlefield, harrying this mofo. And I'm going to activate my action surge and attack. And because now that I did land a shot, I'm going to go ahead and move back to Great Weapons Master, okay? So it's only +4 to my attack. Here we go. 19, 19, 19, 19, 20. That's okay. That's okay. So 19 to hit, actually. Is 19
It's a hit.
Sweet.
19 to hit.
That's 27 damage on the second on that shot. 27 damage.
Got it.
All right, and
Magical
attack number 4. Come on, crit, baby. Let's roll. Oh, miss. Well, okay, so that's
That's a hit,
only
but-
17. No, I think it's a miss still. That's 17 to hit.
Miss.
Ooh. I missed. Okay, there we
You
go.
only get plus
2
4
shots.
to hit him?
Well, I'm doing Great Weapons Master and I'm fucking at -2 from Resurrection Sickness.
All right.
So yeah, that's alright. It's all good. I got hit. I got 1 hit. 2 hits. I did some damage and somehow the crits elude me still.
This is
That's fun.
Somehow.
this is probably the strongest monster I've put you guys against.
Oh, good. Good start. Good start.
Yeah.
Cole being -2.
Finn, top of the round, no longer surprised. This massive demon of horn and blood and gore, covered in corpses, bits and pieces of rotten flesh still hanging off of the spines protruding off of his back, has just clubbed the crap out of Sunday.
Yeah.
She is knocked this way and that. You're surprised she's even still standing.
Right.
Because I'm surprised she's still standing. And
Me too.
Cole has done what he can to attack from the other side.
Runs using his mobile feet around to the back of him and flanks. And
And it is
lands
your
2 out of
turn.
4 shots. Adamanthes comes out of my tattoos and is harrying the shit out of him.
Okay. I'll do that. Briegel, which
you will.
is standing next to me, is going to charge him. Can you give me a Briegel? A mount of some sort.
Give me a Briegel.
In the meantime, I am going to use my action to move 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25.
Where is it? Within do it.
And I'm going to use my
Do it all night
action
long.
to spend a superior healing potion
What?
as I shove this down my good friend's throat.
Global, global, global. How much?
44 plus 8.
You want to roll it? I mean,
Shit, yeah.
Both of you roll 2. It'll be cute.
4 and a
Look at you guys. You were already on it.
4 and a 2.
Yeah. 4, 2, 4, 1. I like it.
Plus 8.
4, 2 plus. Yeah. 4, 2 plus 19.
Okay.
19.
Hey, that's almost one attack of the 3.
Okay.
Buck,
Pretty good.
right?
So,
That is pretty good.
19 healing is pretty good.
with my action, or my bonus action, I will cast Healing Word
Bum, 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 bum.
at 3rd level. So I will give him 3 more 3d4s.
Let's see what happens when we don't have music going.
We're gonna make that music.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
12 more?
Yeah, that's the problem. Is if I end up playing it through the system, we won't hear
Alright.
it.
First off, Briegel makes his attack. It is a 16 plus 6. So 22. Does that
That's
hit?
a hit. 22's a hit.
Alright, since Briegel had moved 20 feet beforehand, oof.
Charge.
I'm using pounce, but I don't know if a larger creature works. I don't think it'll work on a larger creature.
On a huge creature?
Yeah, I don't think it will.
think
What's
so.
the condition?
I think it has to be a smaller one.
What are you trying to do? Knock him prone?
Yeah, that's what pounce
Probably
does.
no less than one size larger.
I would assume, or maybe not even one size larger.
I don't have the book in
Probably
front of me.
same
Let's
or
just say
less.
no.
You won't.
So he's still gonna just make a claw
Yeah,
attack.
you're not gonna be knocked down a target skew or anything.
What's the... I'll look it up. You keep going. What's the name of the thing?
Pounce.
2d6 plus 5.
Pounce was the ability.
Yep. Oh, 10. Plus 5, so 15 damage. As Briegel... Nah, it's inside of the monster manual.
Bring that one.
I keep looking behind me like
Summon Steed? Right. This is Greater Summon Steed?
No, it's just Saber-tooth Tiger, remember?
Right, but you have this mount
Yeah.
because of what reason?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, it's Greater Steed.
Yes.
I'm going to go ahead and say all attacks from it are considered magical. I don't know if they are, but let's just say that
Oh,
it
yeah, to see if it actually hurts it.
is. Yeah, it might have a resistance.
Hey, man, maybe I'll find out
it
right
says-
now that it doesn't
so it
Hey,
hurt
it's
anything.
spiritual and it's a spectral creature. That counts as magical,
It's just
so I'm
DC
taking
13
15.
strength
Just DC 13 strength.
to resist him.
All right.
So you try to knock him pro, and it's DC 13 strength.
Give me a strength check.
I don't have to.
Yeah, basically, because you pass on it.
I pass.
Yeah.
That's
what
my
I assumed.
strength saving throw is 13.
That's what I assume from this big motherfucker.
So just from Regal landing on him, I guess.
Hey, get it!
Hey, just like Garfield at the window.
It's just talon. It's just talon marks as it kind of like slides down the side slowly.
He's standing next to Sunday. I'm going to use my last 5 feet of movement to move 1 space back.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Can I move behind Bringle? I'll do that.
Sure.
Hey, wait. I didn't move out of his range of opportunity, right? Because he's
You never
creature.
went into his range.
No, I got close
Unless he
up
has
to Sunday,
reach.
which is 10 feet, right? He's a giant creature.
Unless he has reach,
Does he have reach?
which he might.
He might.
I don't
giant creature.
believe you were ever close enough. He does have reach, but I don't think you were that close.
Okay,
Moving on.
we'll take
Oh,
that.
scary.
We'll take that.
Scary. Scary.
Plus, you're wee.
I'm a wee man.
You're wee.
I run up to
He's
Sunday's leg
so
and just
big.
start pushing the potion
so
on her.
wee.
Right?
What's he gonna do? He's gonna hit Sunday. That's what he's gonna do.
He doesn't understand what
totally
Radamanthus
ignored
is
the-
doing yet.
Probably doesn't understand it yet, and not intelligent.
Okay, so disadvantage.
Okay, disadvantage on all attacks. All right,
Again, it's not against me.
right. Okay, first
Just
one.
these dies, they still hit.
This creature, it might still hit.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
18.
Oh,
No.
rough.
Nope.
No. Wow. Second one.
Thank God.
17. The third one.
Cutting words.
What's it do?
Reaction.
Takes off
I
of
am
the
taking
attack.
off this D.
Off the attack roll, not damage.
D10 off the attack roll.
Wow.
2.
Taking it too.
Deuces.
Taking it
My
too.
reaction.
That's cool.
It hits.
Who's
laughing at Why am I laughing?
This could be you. As the first of its massive fists raises up again, tries to slam the sword. Misses just to the side. You kind of caught on to the tactics of this creature. It's big and powerful, but its attacks aren't the quickest. With its other attack, it tries to like grab you. It tries to clap against the stone and smash you.
Duck.
You duck underneath it, and it looks at you in confusion, and it like brings his hands up. It goes for another kick. And
Too tiny.
but this time the hoof connects again, and you need to give me a strength saving throw.
Oh shit.
Are you rolling damage?
He's kicking him backwards.
I already rolled damage. He needs to give
Okay.
me a strength saving throw.
Radamanthus is blocking
How much?
9. I'll tell you. Radamanthus, protect him. Takes up 10 of the damage.
I got a 9.
13 bludgeoning damage, and your 9 causes you to be knocked prone. Yeah.
I like that. Anything or just knock me over.
Knocked prone.
Yeah, it's
Okay, I'll just leave it.
Kicked him in the bread basket.
So you take half damage. And I'm minus 10.
Minus 10s.
And you're knocked on your ass. Okay. This monster is dumb. I don't know if he's going to understand. I don't think I
The
can really.
nuance of what's happening.
Okay, great.
Let's find
Yeah.
out.
Who's
No,
turn?
moving on. Familiar.
Familiar?
The familiar is going to. He's staying on me. Yeah, he's just gonna stay on me. That's all.
All right.
Grim, however, begins casting a spell, and an image appears of him in some sort of financial banking institution. He's sitting at a desk.
Suspenders.
Yeah, no, he's sitting at a desk and he's talking to a guy and he's banging on the
He's got the
table
green visor.
across from it.
Green visor.
No, he's the customer here. Somebody's sitting at the desk, stern face. This person
It's
resembles
Varys.
Sunday Plenty. No,
you can't
this
have
is
the money.
Sunday's dad.
Oh, man.
Shaking. Grim's like arguing, fighting, stands up, kicks his chair back. Sunday's dad waves over guards, grabs him, kicking, screaming. They throw him out of the bank. banished.
Done.
Its image
Jazzy J
coalesces to the tip of Grimm's wand as he completes banishment.
Make a save, and you get.
Make that charisma save.
Dude, you gonna let him roll it?
I have to roll.
He's gonna be faster. He's gonna be faster.
Quick draw. Is that what we're doing right now?
What is your game here, Timbers?
He says.
Okay, look.
I don't want you to banish my monster.
I have advantage on saving throws versus magic. Your divination ability. Do you recall the wording on it?
Yeah. Is it one roll or the outcome of a roll?
I think it's the outcome of a roll, which means that this fight might be over. But that's why I'm asking.
Okay, you can replace any attack roll, saving throw, or ability check made by you or a creature that you can see with one of these rolls. You must choose to do so before the roll, and you can replace a roll in this way only once per turn. It says a roll, so...
Yeah, and it says specifically a saving throw, not a dice in a saving throw.
It does say that.
Okay, so I rolled a
6.
Fudge.
versus what?
19 charisma.
Charisma versus demon. Yeah.
That's cool because I got a +2. Good night, everyone.
Oh shit! So much for your demon.
You banished him, dude. That's it. It's done.
So long as nothing else comes and disturbs his concentration.
I can hold it for one. I gotta hold it for a minute. Cole, watch the door.
Rub his shoulders.
Are you serious? He just zips. How does it happen?
Clap your hands together.
He just told us how it happens.
He's Jazzy J.
Did you really?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Like fucking Fresh
He
Prince
did.
of Bel-Air.
God, dev wizards.
No,
so strong.
Hey, no.
So strong.
Oh my god.
This is a good thing.
Yeah. Here, you can have it back.
This is.
I get you.
I get you. I miscalculated a little bit, and Grim might have saved your lives.
He doesn't have any legendary reactions?
He does not.
Freaking life.
What?
He's not a legendary creature. This is not Baphomet.
No,
I
he
can
just
hold
said
him.
what it was.
It's just a demon.
He's not a legendary creature. This is,
Okay.
it would be dangerous if this was his lair.
Cole just erupts in yeah!
And we all run over to Grim and start shaking him over the man.
They're all shaking you. Come on, save! Come on, save!
Don't cross the stream.
You did it, Grim! I start slapping.
One damage.
Oh god.
It actually does damage to me every time. And that -1.
Get shocked. Ow.
Ah!
I'm just like, oh my god.
It's like hitting steel.
You drop your wand.
You don't know what's going on. Grim's just like, hold on.
He's just like, Expelliarmus!
And so
Have you
Cole starts searching the altar.
quick little real off-topic thing? If Harry Potter, if you look at it in slow motion with no sound, he looks like reading his lips. It's attached to my scrotum.
Oh, instead of
Expecto Patronum. Yeah.
well, you know what? They overdub it afterwards, so
Maybe that is what he said. That's what he said.
you keep saying this over and over again.
It's attached to my scrotum.
Well, you know, after it was all said and done, he did that damn Broadway show naked. So
There's a few of them. He's actually an interesting character. Moving on.
He is so
Go Daniel
You
Radcliffe.
maintain it for
totally
a minute.
a unit.
And she gone.
He's gone.
Damn gone.
You banished my party killer.
So it goes back to the plane that it's
The
from.
abyss. banished back to the abyss, cannot return until summoned again.
Tell your friend
That-
Krampus.
Well done.
Kiss your Krampus goodbye.
Goodbye.
So good. Man, it's so good.
This is why you need a nice, powerful caster in your party.
Cole starts searching the altar.
Yeah, give me a perception search.
Sunday gets it and talks to herself. That was a dumb move.
That's not good.
Oh my god.
That's
You're
real
right,
bad.
Sunday?
Real bad.
There's dead things on it.
Yeah.
Dead thing.
While Cole is searching the altar after I put my wand away,
43,
I'm gonna pull
she
out
was.
my chimes. And now that I know how they actually work, they don't work like the knock spell. I go to where the map indicates the door is, and I ring them.
That was a terrible chime.
If the door is locked, or if there's a latch, it will unlock or unlatch. If there's no lock or latch, it will open.
The door itself, the stone seems to, you see a crease in the stone wall appear as dust shakes its way free. And the and stone wall slides down into the earth. This massive stone kind of slides away. Yeah, that's a great sound effect. Revealing a chamber to the next area. Inside, you see that there are a series of standing stones.
Standing stones.
In the midst of all of these stones, at the end, is one of those typical-looking portal stones that you have seen.
Okay. You walk up and look at the runes.
I cast at 3rd level again, Cure Wounds now. On Sunday.
I pull out a piece of charcoal and a piece of paper and walk up to it like I'm gonna take a rubbing. But I don't. But I just want to see what everyone does.
One! You're halflings get to reroll ones.
9. Yeah, it's 9, 10, 11.
Yeah,
11.
that's rough.
That's okay.
Blame Rick, it hit his hands. Alright, I'll give him one more though.
Yeah.
I'm good. No.
One more Cure Wounds. Come on, let's let it ride.
And he's got second
6 plus 5,
second
so
one.
that one's 12.
Yeah.
Or
6 plus 5 is
11
11.
11 again.
11. I'm good, man. I'm totally good.
Among all of the standing stones in the back, there is once again a standing stone with a plinth on the top. And on this one, there is a blood red X. It appears that the rune itself has been carved into the stone and then filled with blood, tried to be painted, but it just dripped gore down the side of it. Sanguine, a puddle of it, dried and old and ancient upon the stone floor of this cavern. You look at it, and that's what you see in front of you.
Holy So no runes on the sides?
No, just a blood red X carved into the top plinth stone.
Of this arcane gate.
Yeah.
This is more than I could figure out.
Okay.
Buck.
Does there appear to be any recent sacrifices made?
Give me a perception search.
I'm not great at those. I can't tell. Finn, you need to take a look around. I'm
What do you
having a
need?
hard time
What am I looking for?
picking
Fresh
things out.
blood?
Has there been a sacrifice made in here recently?
I'll check out
Perception shit.
perception and or survival.
Go for
Oh,
it.
that's super good.
You guys go for it.
Cole got that shit unlocked.
24.
I'll play a tune while we're doing this.
Yeah, Cole's pretty close to 23
I got a 24 on
on
perception.
survival and or perception.
What I need to know is how
So-
the ritual could be performed. The
So Sunday and Cole go to work and find any fresh blood or tracks or
She feels the urge to twerk, but
read the battle.
right time.
no.
Like,
She starts going.
dude, I want you
No.
guys to CSI.
That almost kept me in the underworld. Stop that shit.
I want you to like CSI the blood spray. Like, I want to know who it was that died.
Keep going.
Died.
Okay.
Experts and the merchants of death, they begin searching around the room.
Okay.
Finding
Blood splatters around the altar.
the red X. So
Yes, we're studying the
is it
Mage.
fresh blood on the red X?
Do you poke it?
No, I don't touch that shit. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, don't
You see what happened to this guy? He started
use
tossed
the
into a little
angle
fucking
of
labyrinth.
light
Do you
to see-
investigate it?
No, that's his job.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you poke it with anything else?
No.
Maybe
Don't
a
touch it.
stick?
Don't touch. Don't touch.
Does anything seem to be
Using the reflection of light from looking at it from side to side, you can see if it's wet or dry.
There you go. And
Where did you learn that, Sunday?
I was a painter for 20 years.
CSI school.
Yes, I see your blood spatter.
Fine.
Have you
art.
not seen the splatter from the rapier?
Oh my god,
sake.
she's been writing a giant S. Why didn't I see that?
Everywhere we go.
Yeah, I literally just thought you were just trying to like make sure that there was no more blood on your
It's a
sword.
stab.
But you always draw
And
an
then it's
S.
an
I'm sorry, Sunday. You are truly an artist.
But I tripped and it made an X.
Okay. You made an X?
No, we're looking at the X. We're not touching.
We're not touching. We're observing, like
We're
side
trying
to
to figure
side,
out.
using the light on it to see if it's wet or dry.
Yeah.
With your search of the area, you have found that there's about 40 gold coins and 10 platinum pieces
Yeah.
that are actually kind of like left around it. You actually can tell that this
40
place
and
was
10,
full of treasure before, but it seems like somebody has already looted all the treasure from this place.
That dirty
Looking
devil.
through everything,
Since Durham was here.
you actually find one glove of a pair of gloves of missile snaring. Useless without its pair.
That's funny.
Huh.
Did you say 10 platinum?
Yes.
It's only half a missile center.
That's funny.
Is there still a hand attached to it?
Dark
grab
Right? It's like a
Yeah, like
bones.
Did you write down the glove? Did you store the glove?
No, is it worth anything?
Actually, yes. It is attached to a severed limb.
Yes. Finn's favorite part.
You never know, we might find the other one.
You put it in your backpack.
Okay.
Why are you grabbing a bone like that?
Okay,
Oh, it's disgusting.
I'd like to investigate this situation to see if there's a discernible ritual or pattern to any of the stuff that's going on here.
The ritual? What? You mean the stones?
Yes, the stones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How to activate the rune.
What do you want,
That's
Arcana?
high. That's high.
If you want Arcana, I'm
Yeah.
gonna roll with advantage.
Oh, guys, do we need blood to open the door?
God damn it.
Say,
That was a 15.
It was
Probably.
Yeah.
You're looking at it, and you know
sacrifice.
that, from what you can understand, these portals have all opened based on some sort of clue given by looking at the outside symbol inscribed on the plinth.
I'm thinking it needs blood,
That's why there's blood.
What's the symbol?
an X,
An
a
X.
red X.
A red X symbol on the
Yeah.
There's a hand in that glove. Give it to me.
Yeah.
I have it.
I grabbed the glove off of the
Waving it
hand,
back and forth and it's going.
put that in my pocket.
No,
I'm making an insight check
I need
on
the
that glove.
blood, you weirdos.
The hand.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
Is it a
It's
lady's
drow.
hand or
nice to meet
man's
you.
hand?
It's a male drow.
And you want me to what? Shake
Got
the
hairy
blood
fingers.
on the arch?
Actually, it's the lack of hair.
Oh.
You know
Is
what?
there any
Can't
blood
Finn
in
just
that
cut
hand?
himself?
Gotta be
He
blood
really
in my
likes to
hand.
Cut himself.
What? I almost.
The hand is old.
Squeeze it.
No, it's not. There's no blood in this
I
hand.
think we need
I've
fresh
given my
blood.
blood.
Give him your cat's blood.
But let's use this
The
hand.
cat doesn't have blood.
Put blood on
horse.
this hand and use it to touch the altar so that one of
Oh,
us
that's
doesn't
the cat.
like-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just shoot the blood.
You want to just shoot it?
Yeah, what do you want me to do?
Alright.
Alright.
You know, there was a
I-
time where I could do this, but now that I'm something else, I can't.
Hey,
I
why
do
don't
a little slice on my hand and grip it till it pulls a little bit and then throw some blood on the arch.
And nothing happens.
We need more blood! And I grab a little basin, I stick it on the ground, and I cut my hand too, and I start putting it inside the
Look
bowl.
down. He doesn't even know. He's too busy
Go!
studying his
More
books.
blood!
No. That's not how it works.
How much blood do I get inside of there?
How much do you want to put inside of there? Do you keep cutting yourself?
No.
What are
just
you putting blood in?
A bowl?
He has a
I
bowl.
wasn't paying attention.
He's filling a bowl with his own blood. Cut himself too, and he's
Jesus.
like trying to squeeze it out.
I'm doing good, Cole, right?
You're sadistic little man.
Where's your hooves?
Oh, I didn't bring them. Did I?
No.
Yeah.
Trow.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah, I don't have anything that's bloody besides me. Is this enough blood, guys?
I'm looking at the cat. Sunday's looking at the cat.
The portal continues to not do anything.
I need a cookie.
All right, Grim
I reach in your
begins
pocket, give you a cookie.
casting a spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes a while. He flips open his spell book, he's flipping through his pages. He kind of like goes to another place and is talking to his homunculus back at the theater for a few minutes. And he's
As you
like,
contact your homunculus, you notice it is not at the theater.
Oh no!
Oh no!
"Where are you at?"
You get the sense that it is very high up in the air. Are you able to like see and hear and think through? So it is currently riding like arms strapped around Falla's neck, who is scaling the side of Mount Waterdeep to the castle. and you hear in the homunculus's ears, "Is that Finn? Hi, Finn. We're mountain climbing."
What? Did we leave him a
Snap back. Useless. Freaking. God. I'm gonna get a refund from that spell.
Grim's just frustrated. I'm getting a refund. And we're like, what?
As the spell that I've been casting completes, words begin to appear in the air in front of us, just like slowly like scrolling up, and then once they
Like
reach a certain
recognition?
point, they start to disappear, and it is the results of legend lore being cast on this game.
There
Big
you
baller
are.
status.
There you are. That probably normally doesn't work this way, but whatever. You know that this gate will open to anyone who comes within 5 feet of it that has a bloody X on them.
A bloody X.
Wow, that's awesome.
But one more cut would have done it.
Hey, wait, I got it. Watch this. I put a hand on myself like this, and I'm like, now, Cole, do the other one.
I want to hear what he has to say.
Yeah, you're right.
We all just read it.
No, you're the one who knows.
Like Star Wars script.
Yeah.
It's like, "Bah!"
Yeah,
It floats off into space.
yeah, you all just
the
read it.
words.
Cole,
What?
let me see your hand.
Can't read that fast.
I reach into my little pouch and pull out my scalpel.
Dang.
The portal opens up and shatters into 1,000
Amazing.
fragments as it creates a walkway through various planes. Prismatic colors spray out in all directions, and you're able to finally see to the other
I
side.
grab up Grim in one arm and I rush through the portal.
Rushing through the portal, stepping carefully, through the stones.
cold.
You make it inside and step through.
Let's go, Regal, and I ride him.
Everybody roll a d4. What? Everybody roll a d20, I mean. What?
20.
Right.
Yeah, roll a d20.
I like four.
This one's for
$1 million
Bringle. I like 4
D20.
better. I
Yeah.
like 4 better.
Oh,
6.
oh,
One's for Finn.
10.
oh.
4.
Oh, a couple of lows on a mid and a high.
Highest number.
18.
Who got it?
Yes.
Roll a d4.
I shall.
like a 20.
Oh boy.
That's probably something good, guys.
Well,
Yeah, I doubt it.
Messing around.
Deuce.
A 2.
Could have been better.
It's too
Let's
healthy.
hope-
Wisdom saving throw.
No! No!
Cole, what's going on?
He gets a 15.
It's. Wow.
He threw it in there
Really?
before it hit the ground.
15 plus 1 is a 16.
What'd you actually roll?
10.
Oh, that's really weird. It says target must make a saving throw, but it doesn't say what the saving throw is. You have to roll against me.
What? What am
And I'm going to add a plus 7.
What is it?
11.
Okay.
It's not a 19.
No!
I don't like that dice.
Cole loses.
Cole, you step through, and the rune that floats in the center of it is just overcome. And it's just magical energy strikes and crashes into you, and it pierces through your eyes and kind of out the back. And,
the back.
and as you step through and make your way to the other side of the portal, you fall to your knees, face forward, and plop on the ground.
Dang.
Drew immediately pulling on the ground as you become kind of brain dead a little bit.
Great.
And we'll pick up our game next week.
Again, Cole's unconscious.
Always with the
Slightly brain dead.
always with the portals.
Not freedom of movement this time.
No, this is
Hey, that ring of mind shielding.
Jinx.
I tried.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah.
It's been good night.